baller, man. He should be starting. I think he's better than Cadet. What do you think of that? Man, this team's shooting 59% from the foul line.
I know.
Oh, goodness. All right, how do you say, what's his name? Crease's last name, John?
Esondico.
Esondico. Esondico. Oswin, yeah, Humazumawazi Huzami.
Yeah, say it like that. That'll work. Here we go.
Nobody knows.
Welcome inside the Amica Mutual Pavilion in downtown Providence for Providence College Friar basketball. And tonight is the 5th game of 5 straight games in a homestand to open up the 24-25 season, taking on the Hornets of Delaware State. Hi again, everybody. John Rooke, along with Joe Hassett. The Friars 4-0. That's the best thing you can say out of the first 4 games, even though it might not have finished or turned out the way you had imagined it would before this season began, Joe. And one thing that I think that probably needs to be kept in mind right here is that this season is a journey. It's not a sprint.
Well, you keep getting wins. That's what counts. But, they got a lot of things they can work on, and they know what they have to work on. First of all, I'm looking at the stats here. The Friar free throw percentage for the year is 59%. 59%. I almost shot from the field 59%. 50 for 84 from the foul line. That's just atrocious. They need to pick that up, and that's something that you can fix, without having to play defense or anything like that. And shooting the three needs to get better. That's 31% from three, a team that's taken 116 three-point shots and 215 total shots, so they rely on the three a lot. But a lot of good things I saw, though, in the last game, John. Friars can go small. When they went small, they took over the game. They took charge of the game and took the lead and just sailed on home. And when you get Bryce Hopkins back, you put him at the 5 spot and go small. I mean, that's a tough team to match up against because the Friars have a lot of guards who can beat you off the dribble. So there's a lot of ways that the Friars can play. You just have to get guys on the same page and start playing good basketball. And they've been able to win games when they've only had spurts of good basketball. They need to put 2 good halves together.
Both of those percentages shooting-wise that you mentioned are worse than they were a year ago. So clearly you thought that you had a better shooting team this year coming into the year than you may have had last year. It hasn't proven to be the case. So that means that there's going to be a focus on some of the guys who are not shooting as well. And when you talk about playing a lot of guys, which Kim has done through the first 4 games of the year, that rotation is going to start narrowing itself down, and maybe the situation can work itself out somewhat, especially when Bryce does return to the lineup.
Yeah, when he gets in the lineup, you got a lot of different options. You can play him at the power 4 position. You can play him at the 3. You can play him at the 5 if you want to go small. So that tweaks all your combinations out there. I think Wesley Cadet is a guy that you felt could be a little better shooter than he is, and he has struggled shooting the 3-point shot so far. He's 5 for 18 at 27%, but overall he's 37%. I think he's in between trying to take a 3 and get into the basket. I think he's more comfortable going to the basket. Corey Floyd has played good basketball, but he's not an outside shooter. So you got 2 guys on the floor starting that aren't great shooters, and then you can come off the bench and you have good shooters. You got Abdul Rahim who can really shoot the outside shot. Ryan Mila can make that 3-point shot.
Rich Barron
can make the 3-point shot. So you got guys coming off the bench who can shoot it, but the guys who are starting aren't shooting as well as they would like to.
So if you're Kim, do you just kind of stay the course? Do you wait for help to arrive when Bryce decides he's ready to play? What do you do at this stage of the game, knowing full well that the teeth of your schedule is coming up in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, you play guys the way he's been playing, subbing them in and out. finding out who has a good rhythm in a particular ball game. The guy I like, and I mentioned numerous times, is Mella. I think he's very consistent out there. He's a smart player. He makes open shots. He makes good plays on both offensively and defensively. So he's probably going to get some more time. And then you find out in the second half who's got a good rhythm going, and you put that combination in. He realized last game, Kim, that he made a great adjustment. The big guys weren't giving him anything, so he went small. And he took the game over going small. The big guy for the last team we played, Chase, I think it was, made 3 straight 3-pointers to start the half. Well, he went small. He made one shot the rest of the way, so he couldn't match up, and he had the guard of guard. So you have to adjust as a coach to the personnel on the floor, and I think they did a good job of that.
Might be a little bit more difficult tonight to do that against Delaware State. First time that these two teams have ever met on the basketball floor, but Delaware State has some good size, especially for a team out of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, and they also turn their opponents over. Now, Providence took better care of the basketball last time out, against Green Bay, but that has been a bugaboo in 4 games.
It has been. Friars only had 6 turnovers in the last ball game, so that's a good thing. When they went small, they took good care of the basketball. But they have a kid, Montez Robinson, who's averaging 20 points a game. He's 6'8". He can play the guard position as well as the small forward position, so they're going to have to match up against him. But they're a team that doesn't really look for 3-point shots. To put that in perspective, they're shooting 36 from 3, but they've only attempted 61 3-pointers. To put that in perspective, Friars have taken 116 3-pointer shots. So this team will take a 3, but they'd rather get the ball inside and slow down the tempo.
All right, we'll talk about the matchup with Delaware State, where the Friars currently are going into Game 5 of the season. The head coach of the Friars, Kim English, is coming up next. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
It's great news. It's back. Friars excited to announce that when an opposing player uses 2 consecutive free throws during the second half of tonight's game, the entire arena wins a free original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, only available at Chick-fil-A Alabama and Providence delivery. Fans will have 48 hours following the game to stop by a participating Chick-fil-A location and show your Chick-fil-A notification card. That can be found right in your Friars Game Day app. Be sure to download during the opposing team's foul shots, no games, your game this season.
Another game, another new opponent for the Friars at game. Hello everyone, Nick Ross here with the Dave's Market Fresh Take of the Game. The Providence Friars host the Delaware State Hornets tonight at 7 p.m. on FS2 and 99.7 FM WPRO. This is the first time these 2 teams have ever squared off. The Friars have started out the season 4-0 for the first time since the 2021-2022 campaign and are now 30-1 in their last 31 non-conference home games. Leading the way for the Friars is Benzie Joseph, who is averaging 12 points a game. Delaware State arrives in Friartown with a 2-2 record. Head coach Stan Waterman is a legendary Delaware basketball figure, leading his high school program for 49 seasons and 8 state championships. Graduate guard Montez Robinson has paced the team in scoring, averaging 20 points this season, including a 30-point performance against Virginia Tech on November 4th. Tonight's newcomer spotlight is on Jabri Abdurrahim. The graduate guard hails from South Orange, New Jersey, and has had stops at Virginia and Georgia. As a Bulldog, Jabri shot 35.6% from beyond the arc last season.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
28 points while playing 16.5 minutes per game. The Friars are seeking to hold their first 5 opponents under 70 points for the first time since the 1982-1983 season. This has been the Dave's Market Fresh Take of the Game for KC Friars.
Who was that? Oh, wow. Oh. Who does Nova have tonight? Oh, Penn. Oh, geez. No. Pick the hair off of it. Thank you. Only 9% of the teams come from deep, second lowest mark nationally. Wow. What do you want to do for your matchup? That kid Martez Robinson?
Yeah, Martez Robinson. Now, he's 6'8". They got him listed as a forward and as a guard in their notes.
6'8"?
Yeah, that's what they said, 6'8" in
Where?
these notes, right in this thing here.
There's no way that's right.
Martez Robinson?
6'2".
Oh, I thought it was right here.
You're looking at the guy below him.
Oh, 6'2".
Yeah,
Okay.
So you probably see Corey on him, right?
Yeah, put Corey on him. Any good guard, they probably put Corey on him. Unless they have a good forward and a good guard, you have to put Joseph on the good guard and put Corey on the good forward.
Yeah.
I think this kid Mellor's a star, man. He's got to play.
Hope you're right. Good things happen when he's in there. John and Joe back inside the amp. Time for our Midland Roofing Protect This House matchup of the game. Martez Robinson, you mentioned just a little while ago, Joe, 6'2" graduate student guard out of Baltimore. Preseason first team all MEAC at guard. He was on the first team last year in the MEAC, and he's certainly a player of the year candidate in that league this year, averaging 20 points per game.
Yeah, he's very good. And he's a leading rebounder, too, by the way, at 6'2". Averages 9 rebounds a game. He shoots 43% from three, 83% from the foul line. So he's a monster out there. He's averaging 20 points a game. So Corey Floyd will probably get that assignment tonight. And I was mentioning you, John, if they have if a team has a great scoring guard and probably a good scoring forward, Corey Floyd probably play the forward and put Joseph on the guard. But in this one here, I think Corey Floyd will start out on Martez Robinson. And again, you got to try to slow him down and let a scorer get going early.
Well, that's kind of what happened the other night with Anthony Roy in Green Bay. He got off really quickly and certainly kept Green Bay in the game throughout.
It did, and then they just wore him down. I mean, he couldn't score after that. The Friars just kept coming at him, and the shots he made against Corey Floyd early in that game, I mean, they were all contested. I mean, he just hit amazing shots. You say, hey, that's a good shot. It wasn't like he's wide open, but he just got worn out, and that's what you have to do. And Corey's the type of guy who can do that because he's very physical and quickness on the ball.
This Delaware State team we mentioned earlier, 2-2 in the year, 2 straight wins. They beat Cheney, Division II school out of Pennsylvania, 93-51 on Saturday. They beat Division III Gwinnett Mercy University, 70-54 back on the 12th of November. They opened up their season with losses at Virginia Tech and at Columbia of the Ivy League.
Well, Virginia Tech was probably a pay game to get some money on that, but Columbia is a good team. There are pretty good teams in the Ivy League this year, and Columbia has been one of those pretty good team. So
ask Villanova how good Columbia is.
They beat them easy, 90-80. I watched that game. They never trailed in that game. But this team here, you always have to be ready to play. The Friars, with 4 straight games at home, sometimes you get a little bit lazy at home when you have all these. You need a road trip to get your focus better. But they have a big game coming up after this game, so you don't want to overlook this game. They need to come out and continue to work on things that'll make them better.
What do you think about the rotation potentially for tonight? Will Kim start to shorten it, or is everybody going to play?
Well, everybody's going to play again, and I think the way the rotations that he's had now, he might go that small ball again early because that works so well. But we'll see how Kreese does. I mean, Kreese is the guy that has to snap out of it. He's got to be a guy that's going to give him quality minutes and start playing with some confidence because there's a lot of good big guys in the Big East this year, and he needs to be a guy who can match up with those guys. You can't go small the whole game, so he's going to have to step up and turn his game around.
Delaware State, located in Dover, Delaware. They've got just under 6,500 undergraduate students enrolled, but that's an all-time high for this school. They've been playing Division I basketball since the late 1950s into the 1960s. Been around for a while, but it's the first time the Friars and the Hornets have ever met on a basketball floor. We'll have the starting lineup and the tip-offs from the AMP coming up next. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Please stand to join our players, coaches, and officials in honoring America and celebrating Holy's freedom. Formal action tonight is Angel.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. He's very smooth. Club me when it's time for me to go, will you?
Time to meet the next score. That's first for the visitors, the Delaware State Hornets. Starting forward, number 1, Austin Andrews. At forward, number 11, Cassino.
And welcome inside the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence for PC Friar basketball. It is Providence and Delaware State tonight here in the AMP. First meeting ever between these two schools. Friars in the Big East, Delaware State in the MEAC, the Mideastern Athletic Conference. First ever meeting, the 9th time the Friars have faced a school from a MEAC conference program for the first time against the Hornets. Let's take a look at the starting lineups presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island. For Delaware State, under head coach Stan Waterman in his 4th year as head coach, he's improved the win totals of this team each of the last 3 years running. Martez Robinson, 6'2" graduate guard out of Baltimore, preseason first-team All-MEAC, leads this team in scoring and rebounding, 20 points, 9 rebounds per game. Kasim Watson, 6'7" redshirt sophomore, transfer from Cal State Bakerfield out of Philadelphia, 11 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. Robert Smith, 6'1" senior out of Philly, and a transfer from Westchester, 10.5 points, 3 rebounds per game. Munir Newton, a 6'5" senior from Philly, transfer from Albany. Get used to hearing that this year. 7 points, 6 rebounds per game. And Austin Andrews, a 6'10" graduate center 230-pounder out of Detroit who averages 3 points and 6 rebounds per game. And again, this team 2-2 on the season. They lost the MEAC championship game to Howard last year. Could have been an NCAA tournament team. Instead, went to the CBI with a record of 15-19 overall a year ago, returning 3 starters and adding 4 transfers to the mix for this year's team. As we mentioned a couple of times, first ever meeting against Delaware State for the Friars. And now, let's meet yours.
Number 2, at 1.66 from Tallahassee, number 0, Wesley. At guard 66 from Arlington, Mississippi, number 7, Bensley Joseph. At guard 64, Winchester from Franklin, New Jersey, number 14, Holy Boy. And at guard 62, New Jersey, number 1, Jaden. Head coach of Friars,
So if I'm not mistaken, this is the same lineup they had the last game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the lineup I think he would like to go with until Bryce Hopkins gets back and then figure out who's not going to start. Probably, I don't know who it would be. It's just a guess. But you got to get the big fella going, John. That's the bottom line. And Kreese has to start to play basketball the way they hoped he can play. He has struggled. We mentioned how he's been hurt, but, he's been healthy now for a couple of weeks. He needs to get his game going and turn things around for himself on the post.
So the Friars have now used 4 different starting lineups in their 5 games to this season as Kim English tries to find some chemistry, tries to find some rhythm on the floor. He has to try to find guys that want to play, and he sort of alluded to that in his post-game comments after the win over Green Bay on Saturday. So I think we can expect to see a little more fire, perhaps, and that you got to find a spot and a place to work in a guy like Ryan Mila.
Well, yeah, I mean, these guys are looking out there. There's a lot of guys that play the same position and about the same skill level, and who's going to separate themselves to get the playing time. That's the bottom line, and they all know that. So when they go in the game, I think some of them press a little bit, trying to impress the coach so they can stay in there a little bit longer. When he went small the other night, I thought the guys in the floor were really comfortable playing with one another, and they played frenetic defense, and they got the ball moving on the offensive end, and they look good out there. But you're not going to win a lot of games playing small ball, but you do those things that just change the momentum of the game. But guys like Debris Abdul-Rahim, I mean, he's a guy who can really shoot the ball, and he needs to step up his game to get in there. You mentioned Ryan Mila. He's one of my favorite players on this team. He's one of the few guys that hasn't started a ball game for this Friar team, but he's giving them great minutes. He averages 11 minutes a game. He's shooting 50% from the floor. He's 4 for 6 from the line, but he has 13 rebounds, and he's doing a good job in all other aspects of the game. The intangibles of the game, Mila is very solid with.
Friars back in the traditional home whites tonight. Black lettering, black numerals, black trim. Delaware State wearing road baby blue uniforms with red numerals, red and white trim, red and white lettering on the baby blues for the Hornets. Big East officiating crew tonight is Jeff Clark, Tony Henderson, and Bill Covington Jr. Jeff Clark, the lead official. Isandiko will jump center for the Friars against Alston Andrews for Delaware State. And we're set for basketball inside the amp. And this time the Friars control the tap in the backcourt to our left. They go basket to our right on the radio. Here in half number 1, and we're underway. And Delaware State opens up in a zone defense.
It looks like a 1-2-2 with this big guy out on the top of the key.
Bounce pass to Joseph, feeds the post. Inside for Cardette, down on the right side of the block. Wheels his way in the lane, kicks it out left. Floyd for 3, got it.
I'll tell you what, if Corey can make that shot, he will have a heck of a year because he does everything else so well. And he struggled a little bit shooting the 3, but if he can knock those things down, he's going to be tough.
Delaware State, basket to our left. Bounce pass to the right side against a Friar man-to-man defense. With it on the right wing is Kasim Watson. Now comes to the left side on the dribble is Smith. Fadeaway jumper from the baseline left is good from 16.
Good move there by Smith. The left-hander used his off arm that time to get a little bit of space, but he got away with it.
Robert Smith averages almost 11 points per game for the Hornets. Is 3-2 early. Here's Cardette. Quick three, left wing, in and out. Asandiko with the offensive rebound. Holds on to the ball. Saves it out to Joseph. Jump pass, right corner. Floyd fakes the three. Big jump hop into the lane. Short runner, scores.
That's another thing in Corey's game that he's changed this year. He used to go into the paint there, stop and try to pass the ball. Now he's trying to finish scoring. That's what he needs to do. He's a very good finisher in there.
It is Corey Floyd 5, Delaware State 2. Smith dumps it off into the right corner. It goes out of bounds. Last touch, though, by the Friars in the right corner.
You know, it's funny when guys penetrate now, the defensive players kind of fluff off them and shoot out to the corners because that's where the guys are waiting for three-point shots.
Mm-hmm.
They run drills for that stuff.
Hornets will inbound the basketball with Watson. Out front now for Smith. Smith penetrates on Pierre. Back to Watson. Curls around the screen to the left. Pulls up with a jumper. Top of the key. Good.
Good move by Watson that time. Coming off the screen. Tries trying to fight over the top. Didn't get there.
5-4. Double teamed in the backcourt. Right on the mid-floor line was Benjley Joseph. And a reach-in foul is called on Martez Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson pushed him in the backcourt that time. But good trap there by Delaware State, John. They used that mid-court line as a third player, basically. Had two guys on him. He had nowhere to go backwards, and fortunately, he was fouled.
Well, the Friars will put the ball in play. To the left wing for Floyd. Up high for Cardette. Comes right for Pierre. Pushes left now. In the middle for Joseph. Works the baseline. Left side for Corey for three again. That's no good. Pierre puts up the offensive rebound. Can't get it. Asandiko comes up with it. Goes back up with it and gets fouled on the putback.
How about Pierre on that coming in on the fly there, John, trying to tip that one in on the missed shot. Kept the ball up high. That's what Oswin needs to do when he gets a rebound.
Foul is called on Menier Newton, 6'5 senior out of Philly, the transfer from Albany. And it will put Chris DeSantico at the line shooting two. Just 2 for 6 from the foul line in the early going here as he nails the first one for his first point of the ball game. 5.5 points, 3.8 rebounds per game in the first 4 games.
They got to get him going. He was down this end the second half shooting free throws, working on his free throws. You know, big guy like that, you're going to have to make free throws.
Second one bounces twice, misses, and comes off the rim. Newton with the rebound. Friars already have 3 offensive rebounds in the game, have a 6-4 lead. Smith has it mid-floor circle here for Delaware State. Will work on Jaden Pierre. Starts right, goes left, hits the high post. Driving to the right is underneath on the baseline. Turnaround fadeaway as Robinson can't get the ball to go. Friars get the rebound with Joseph. Flies up the floor. Top of the key. Loses the dribble. Picks it up. Finds Corey. Right corner for Jaden. Now Jaden pulls the dribble out. Brings it back to the center for Joseph. Joseph looks at that high screen. Now Pierre fakes right behind the back of the dribble. Hands off to Floyd. Pushes it quickly to the left. Cardette takes it down to the left baseline. Comes through to the right wing for Pierre. Passes up the shot. They keep passing it around the wing. Finds Cardette for 3, and he hits it.
Boy, they must have thrown 8 passes in that possession right there. Pierre gave up a 3, but they swung it over 2 more passes. Finds Cardette in the corner, knocks it down.
Cardette nails the 3. Friars with an early 9-4 lead. 17 and 10 left to play in the first half. Bounce pass on the right wing. Top of the key here for Newton. Newton finds Watson back out front for Smith. Smith, top of the key, goes left. Penetration for Robinson. Robinson gets screened away, goes up with a deep jump shot. It's off the mark. Rebound for Floyd. Now Corey has the dribble and the drive into the forecourt to the right sideline. Waits for his teammates to join him. Now he finds Pierre. Comes back to Corey on the right wing. Right corner for Joseph. Back to Corey. Out on the perimeter again left against the Delaware State zone. Cardette sets the screen in the middle. Pass comes right for Joseph. Fakes it to the middle. Back out to Jaden with 9 to shoot. He pulls up with a deep jumper. No good. Rebound taken by Andrews.
Looks like the Friars trying to set up an alley-oop that time. It just didn't work.
Andrews to Smith up the right sideline for the Hornets. Now into the right corner for Watson. Feeds the post. Kicks the ball back outside for Andrews. Deep 3 by Smith is off the front rim. And the rebound taken again by Floyd.
Corey Floyd all over the backboards in this one.
Quick pass into the forecourt left again for Jaden. Pierre looks for a screen. Double team finds him there. And goes left to Cardette. Cardette feeds the post to Asandiko. Swings it back outside for Pierre. Open momentarily. Passes the shot up. Floyd goes left for Cardette. Fakes, drives right. Gets a foul called on Menier Newton.
See, that's important for Cardette to hit his first shot from 3, John, because he likes to penetrate. So when he gets that first one to go, the defense goes out on him, and he's able to get to the basket where he's most comfortable.
Second foul on Newton. Third team foul on Delaware State. And our first timeout, 15:55 to go in the opening half. Friars 9, Hornets 4 from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Thank you, sir.
When does the game start? I thought it was already started. Oh, yeah. I think it's on the U tonight, isn't it? John Rooke, Joe Hassett back live at the AMP. Of course, it's a big sports day at Providence College. The nationally 11th ranked men's hockey team playing 3rd ranked Boston College at Snyder Arena tonight. BC has an early 1-0 lead in that one. We'll keep you posted on that throughout the course of the night. Right now, though, it's time for Dave's Marketplace Fresh Take of the Game.
No turnovers so far, John.
That's a fresh take.
That's a real good take right there. The Friars doing a good job of taking care of the ball.
Wait. Reverse whammy.
Reverse whammy,
Knock
yeah.
on wood, reverse whammy.
Turnovers. They got some nice turnovers though at Dave's. You ever get those apple
Yes,
turnovers
as a matter
there?
of fact.
Oh, man, you warm those up, a little ice cream.
Okay,
Oh, my goodness.
Now we're not
I'm going to get out of here at halftime.
Now
man.
we're talking no turnovers from this point forward.
No turnovers. Well, we want turnovers there, though. We want turnovers at Dave's.
Yes, okay.
The Friars also have 3 assists on 3 made baskets as well, so they're moving the ball very well, throwing a lot of passes out there, getting the best shot they want possible, and doing a good job with that so far. Friars already, well, they got Oswin in the ball game now at the center position. That's the only substitution in here, but Friars shooting 3 for 7. Delaware State 2 for 5. Friars have 6 rebounds in the ball game already, and 3 of those have been offensive rebounds.
Big O is in the game for the Friars. Raymond Somerville, 6'11" graduate transfer from Cal State Bakersfield, is also in the game for the first time for Delaware State. They stay in their zone. Friars with the ball with Bensley Joseph on the right wing. Up top now for Pierre. Goes left for Cardette. Cardette uses Joseph as a screener. Now drives to the left. Kicks it out to Jaden. Puts up a 3 from the left corner. Good.
Yeah, I like Jaden's game. When he's confident shooting the shot, he's looking for that shot now, and that's what he needs to do.
Pierre's first basket of the game, leading the Friars at 11 points per game. And it's 12-4. 15:23 to go in the opening half. Robinson holds it left side here. He's against Bensley Joseph, the defensive matchup for the Friars against the 20-point-per-game scorer. Jump hook in the lane, no good by Andrews. Rebound for Providence. Pierre controls it into the forecourt, goes right for Cardette, gets immediate penetration in the lane, stops, kicks it out, left side for Joseph. Joseph circles back out to the front for Pierre. Pierre looks, works off the screen, goes up, alley-oop. Oswin jams it.
Well, I mean, they set that up so nice. Pierre and Joseph to Oswin, and when he sets the screen, they just throw it up near the rim. He's going to get everything. He just defies gravity, Oswin.
9-0 Friar run. They have a 10-point lead, 14:42 to go in the opening half. High post pass comes to Somerville, shares it with Andrews. Now comes the left side. Robinson touches underneath for Watson. He tries to post up on Floyd in the paint. Gets in the lane. Turnaround jumper is good. Tough shot there by Kasim Watson.
Yeah, that was a real good shot. I thought Corey played him tough. He made him take a tough shot into physical play.
Stops the 9-0 Friar run. Makes it 14-6. Floyd works to the right side on the sideline. Feeds the middle. Lost on the floor. Picked up. First turnover of the game for the Friars. Up the right sideline is Watson. Penetrates the baseline, pulls up from 10 and scores.
Well, Watson's got good size, and he had Pierre on him, and he had Floyd the last time. He knows when he goes up for the jumper, he doesn't have to worry about anybody being in his face. Knocks it down.
Kasim Watson with 6 of the 8 on the board here for Delaware State. 14-8, 13:52 in the first half. Joseph comes off a high screen, goes left for Pierre. An open look at three, in and out. Rebound tap. Oswin had it, but it's taken away by Watson.
Watson gets his hands on a lot of balls. He's got to squeeze that pumpkin.
Watson has the dribble into the forecourt against Floyd. High screen is set by Somerville. Cuts back to the left side of that. Spins in the lane. Somerville at the top. Now hands back off for Robinson. It goes down left. Kicks it off in the middle of the lane. Loose ball in the paint. Friars dive to the floor. Bensley's on top of it. If it were an egg, he'd hatch it.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Every once in a while, blind squirrel finds nut. Jump ball is called, held ball, and the possession arrow belongs to Delaware State with only 8 on the shot clock. Corey Perkins, 6'2 senior guard, checks in for the first time for the Hornets. And Jabri Abdurrahim checks in for Wesley Cardette. Barron is also checked in. Rich Barron inbounds to Watson into the left corner. Smith tries to penetrate in the corner with 2, with 1, leans up and does not get the shot off in time. Tried to work his way around Big O, and he wasn't having any of that.
Yeah, Oswin kept his hands up that time at 7 feet. He's an imposing figure out there on the defensive end. Didn't go for the pump fake either. Stayed on the floor.
The Friars will get the ball back here. 14-8, 13-10 to go in the opening half. They'll bring it left to right into the forecourt. Joseph bounces left for Pierre on the sideline, back out to Bensley at the point. Looks at that 1-2-2 or that 3-2 Delaware State zone defense. Between the circles.
Middle's wide open when you have that 3-2, John.
Back to Joseph, penetrates, comes to the right wing. Jabri for 3, in and out. A long rebound chased down in the corner, out of bounds, and it is off of Delaware State.
Good look by Jabri. He normally makes that one when he's wide open like that.
Well, the Friars will get a fresh 20 on the shot clock here.
You know, the 1-2-2 zone by Delaware State, they want to extend and stay out in three-point line. But if you get the ball to the foul line, look opposite, you're going to get some wide open looks.
Like he had that one. Inbounds comes to Arunse. Oswin turns, looks, hands it right back off to Jaden. Comes to the penetration down the lane. Had it stripped off of his leg out of bounds. But, yep, they're going to say it is off of Jaden and a turnover.
You know, guys get away with that so often now. You get to the basket and guys reach in. I don't know how they continually get the ball. They got to hit you off the hands or wrists on those situations, but those calls are never made anymore.
Corey Perkins into the forecourt on the high post finds Austin Andrews. Andrews now for Somerville. Somerville finds Perkins on the left wing. He penetrates across the free throw line, hands back off to Watson. Watson hesitates, feeds the post to Andrews on the left wing. Back out to Smith. He got open from 16, off the rim, no good. Oswin with the rebound.
Oswin way up there for that rebound.
Now Joseph into the forecourt with it. Uses a screen, cuts to the right, weaves in traffic,
Nice.
goes right to the rim and scores.
He's very good at probing the defense. That time there, he keeps his dribble alive. A lot of guys pick their dribble up in that situation, but he kept his dribble alive, got himself to the basket.
Bensley's first basket of the game. He averages 12 points per game, so technically he's the leading Friar scorer. And the rebound drive on the other side, and a score there for Robert Smith, who took it up and under and got it to roll in.
He's got a nice game, Robert Smith, at left-hander. He gets to the basket nicely and shoot the jumper.
16-10. Top of the key with it is Rich Barron. Joseph swings it left for Pierre. Back out front to Joseph. Comes to the right for Barron. And Jabri had the 3, penetrates instead. Throws the ball down at the feet of Oswin, and it's taken away. Not a good pass at all. Smith with the ball, driving left, throws up the runner, won't get it to go, gets fouled on the floor before the shot, and it will be on Jabri Abdur-Rahim.
Good move by Smith, a little hesitation move. He stood up to Jabri and then got by him, and he had to foul him.
First foul of the game on the Friars, 11:24 to go in the half, a 16-10 Providence lead. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Who's that actor in the guy Smith reminds me of? He looks just like him. Oh, God.
Who?
He does the ads for the gambling ads, black guy. The gambling ads. And he does, he did that movie where the guy, they killed his family and he rented the building next door and he like killed everybody.
Are you talking about Kevin Hart?
No, not Kevin.
The little
Hart.
guy?
No.
No?
He's a famous guy. I can't think of his name. Shoot, I can't think of the movies he's in. No, the kid Smith. In the movie, the guy does ads for the gambling ad, DraftKings or something. He's an actor.
I
He's
have
been
no
in a
idea.
number of things. I'll think of it. What's? No, there's another one. Another guy does it. Well, maybe there's another gambling ad. But you know that movie? That's a great movie. I've watched it a number of times. The guy
Yeah.
is in Philadelphia.
Texas, the 2 seed,
He's in Philadelphia.
which means we play the 7-10 winner.
Let me see his face. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
I take that right now. Providence College basketball brought to you in part by Finetco, a family of lumberyards. John and Joe at the amp. Providence had as much as a 10-point lead here early, but a 6-2, if you will, mini run by Delaware State has them back within 6 at 16-10.
Well, Friars have 3 turnovers, which they didn't have in the last time out, and that's helped Delaware State get some more possessions and knock down some shots. So both teams shooting 50%. Delaware State's at 5 for 10. Friars are 6 for 12, 3 for 8 from three-point range. Delaware State's 0 for 1, but Delaware State's a team that doesn't look for that three-point shot much. I mentioned that already. They've only taken 61 three-pointers so far this year in 4 ball games. Put that in the comparison, the Friars have taken 116 three-point shots. So a little different contrast. They spread the floor. They try to use a lot of the shot clock and then beat you off the dribble. They have no assists in the ball game right now for Delaware State. And there's 11:24 to go in the first half. So a lot of one-on-one players.
They do turn you over at a pretty good clip, just turning the Friars over 3 times already here in the half, averaging turning their opponents over about 17 times per game. This is a program that lost 3 key players from last year's team that made the MEAC finals to transfers. So they had to retool a bit through the transfer portal. Preseason pick for 5th in the MEAC this season. They have the ball inbounded left wing to Perkins. Now on the left side in front of the Friar bench. Penetrating to Smith, throws up the runner and scores over Oswin.
Well, Oswin's got to get there a little faster. You know, they like to send the offensive player baseline and use the baseline as a player, but when you come over to help, you got to be there.
That's an 8-2 run. Pass goes down low to Oswin, who banks it above the glass, and he puts it in.
Good pass there by Joseph. 3-quarter court pass to Oswin.
Second basket for the Big O. Friars up 18-12. Perkins off the screen, top of the key. Right wing for Smith. Smith jab steps at Bensley Joseph. Screen is set. Cuts to the right side of that. Cuts back to the left side of that. Joseph stays right with him. Hands back off for Watson. Outside the three-point stripe, he pulls up from 18 and swish.
Nice. Nice shot by Watson. He's got a good game. He's hit 3 jumpers in this one.
He's got 8 of their 14 points, averaging 11 per game. And Delaware State's hit 5 of the last 6 shots from the floor. Ryan Mila has checked in for the Friars. Bensley Joseph controls it, takes the dribble to the left side. Forecourt to our right. Hands off, now finds Mila up high, comes right for Barron. Back out front now for Joseph. Uses a high screen. Joseph stops. Back to Rich, top with 7 to shoot. Looks inside. Mila on the wing with 4. Back to Barron. Deep 3 is on the way. No good. Oswin with the rebound and an offensive foul called on Oswin.
He said he pushed off to go get that rebound. He had Oswin on the post. They didn't throw it into him. But Delaware State's gone to man now. And the Friars are a little bit standing on the perimeter a little bit. They need to stop moving the ball in themselves like they did against the zone.
And so it will be the Hornets with the basketball. They've pulled within 4. And they'll bring it into the forecourt up the right sideline with Perkins. Corey Perkins picked up by Mila. Comes off a high screen to the left, back to the right, on the wing again, and finds Andrews. Now for Watson. Watson, top of the key for Martez Robinson, goes left for Perkins. Perkins down to the baseline left, reverses, comes back out. Watson, catch and shoot 3. It's good. Right now, that guy's on fire.
Yeah, Watson looks good out there. Got good size. He's getting open. He's knocking down the shot. Got a big smile on his face.
6'7" redshirt sophomore transfer from Cal State Bakersfield has 11 of the 17 Delaware State points on the board. Best find number 11 out on the floor. They pulled within 1. Raheem to the right wing for Mila. Mila uses a screen, comes to the right, back to Jabri, and he dribbles and he loses the ball right in front of the Delaware State bench. It wasn't a good pass, and he just couldn't handle it. Friars pick up their 4th turnover of the half. So Cardette will come back in. Floyd will come back in. Isandiko will come back in.
Friars have six guys on the floor right now. There you go. Raheem's got to come off the floor.
And Delaware State with the ball, and they're looking for the first lead of the ball game. Driving left, Perkins comes right. Robinson, jumper 16, in and out. Isandako with a defensive rebound. Well, they've held Martez Robinson so far, 20 points per game to nothing, but Kasim Watson's picking up the slack. Here's Cardette weaving into traffic, scoops it up, draws a foul.
You know, he's getting better and better, Cardette. I mean, when he gets the ball on the perimeter, he's looking to get to the basket now. He's not hesitating like he did earlier in the earlier games.
Caleb Surgers, who just came into the game, 6'8" sophomore from Cary, North Carolina, picks up the foul, his first, team's third. And Cardette will go to the line to shoot two. Friars as a team came into the game. Joe mentioned this early, just 59% on the season through the first 4 games as Cardette hits the first one. Wes himself is only 44% from the line on the season.
Man, that's atrocious. See if he can make 2 in a row here.
Got 4 points here in the early going. Second shot, good.
Good job there. Only have to hit 2 in a row with nobody on you.
20-17, lead back up to 3. Watson and Smith had combined for all 17 of the Delaware State points. On the right wing with it, moving is Perkins. Gets into the lane at the right elbow, hands back off to Robinson. Now goes left for Watson. Fadeaway jumper 16. He missed one. Rebound comes down to Pierre.
Good challenge by Priest on that one.
Mila has it left side. He gets dribble penetration, cut off, lobs it back out front for Cardette. Now in the corner for Mila. Mila's got Watson guarding him. Top of the key for Isandako. Isandako hands off to Pierre. Cuts to the left. Stops. Tries to give the ball back, and it tipped away. Saved it. Now to Cardette, who gets off a 3 from the right corner. That got blocked, but Isandako comes down with it and goes up and scores.
Good job by Isandako. He's pump faking inside, which is a good move. Get the defensive player up in the air and then take it up strong.
First field goal for Priest. Friars up 5, and the ball is stolen by Mila at the top of the key. 1-on-1 down the lane. He gives it off to Cardette. Ball gets fumbled loose on the floor. We're going to have a held ball in the lane, and the arrow belongs to the Friars. He was going up for the shot, decided to leave it off for Cardette, and the Delaware State defender did a good job getting his hands on the ball.
Well, you know, most players go in and lay it up in that situation. They don't pass it to a teammate on a 2-on-1, and Mila's shocked everybody by passing it.
Timeout on the floor with 7:54 to go in the half. 22-17 Friars from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball. Providence College basketball brought to you by the Hot Potato Food Truck, a proud partner of PC Athletics. For your next event, call the Hot Potato Food Truck at 401-919-3009.
Well, the hot potatoes have been for Delaware State. There's only 2 guys who have scored for Delaware State. Kasim Watson with 11 points. He's 5 for 6, 1 for 1 from 3. And Robert Smith, 3 for 5, 0 for 1 from 3 with 6 points. They have all 17 of their points, and they're hanging in the ball game with the Friars, who have 22 total. Friars are 8 for 16 from the floor, 3 of 10 from three-point range. But Robert Smith, I was trying to figure out what actor he looks like. Jamie Foxx. He looks like Jamie Foxx. He's a carbon copy. I'm looking at him out there at 0. I mean, he looks like a small version of Jamie Foxx. I mean, look at that guy. You think
You're not far off.
Yeah,
You're not far off.
and he's playing a good ball game too.
Like you said, he's got 6 of their 17 up on the board. Friars inbound to Asondico. Asondico drives inside on Somerville, stumbled, lost the ball, saved by Bensley Joseph. Tried to get it to Jaden, who saves it from getting in the backcourt. And now what do we have?
Jaden got hit in the head.
Pierre got hit, and he collided with Martez Robinson just in front of the Delaware State bench as they both went to the floor. So the official blows the whistle because I think Robinson, as Jaden is up, Robinson caught the worst of that.
He did. You don't want anything to happen to Jaden. Not that you want anything to happen to Robinson, but Jaden is an extremely important part of this team this year.
So they were both going for the ball as Bensley tried to save it from going out of bounds, and now Robinson is up, but shaken up a little bit. 6'2", graduate student from Baltimore. First team All-MEAC last year, preseason first team selection this year. 20 points per game, has not yet scored tonight. Well, the Friars have done a pretty good job mostly tonight thus far with Bensley Joseph gardening.
Yeah, I mean, Robinson averaging 20 points a game. He's a leading rebounder too. He averages 9 rebounds a game, and he doesn't have a rebound in the ball game either.
Friars will inbound, 14 to shoot. Forecourt to our right, far sideline. Floyd inbounds to Joseph. Joseph uses the high screen, rolls down the lane to the right side, back out front, swings it left. Cardette penetrates, elevates, gets fouled.
That's what Cardette is. He's getting better at that, John. I mentioned that last possession, but he's passing up that three-point shot, and he's putting it on the floor. He went up for the dunk on that one, and that's what you have to do. If you have that kind of ability, leaping ability that I'm sure you know all about, John, when you go to the basket strong, you got to try to dunk on somebody, and you'll end up on the foul line. You're used to know that.
I used to know.
You just needed a trampoline to get up there.
That's very true. Cardette at the line. The foul was called on Raymond Somerville, and Cardette rattles home the first one, so he's hit 3 of 3 at the line and has 6 points here thus far to lead the Friars tonight.
Well, his body language is the best I've seen him so far. There's no indecision in there out there now. He was a little indecisive when he started the first 3 or 4 ball games. He didn't know whether to shoot the 3 or go to the basket, pass the ball, but he's made up his mind in this one. He's doing a good job.
Got both the shots to go. Friar lead back to 7 on the right wing, bringing the ball back out front now. Is that inside for in the corner and almost knocked? Was it knocked out of bounds?
No, Corey Floyd
tried to save it, almost took it away from Caleb Surgers in the right corner, but it went out of bounds off of Corey, so it will be Delaware State's ball.
Well, Corey was fronting him on that play, and he almost had the steal on the lob pass.
Dean Shepard checked into the game, 6'3" sophomore guard out of Newcastle, Delaware. And Shepard will inbound the ball from the right sideline. 16 to shoot. And then Joseph tips it away into the backcourt, chases it down, and tries to skid to the floor into the basket stanchion to save it from going out. Nice hustle by Bensley, even though he couldn't quite catch up to the ball. And Tim English and the crowd very appreciative of the hustle.
Yeah, he tried to tip it to himself. He just tipped it too far that time. Wasn't able to get there in time.
So the possession never officially changed. Delaware State now has 10 to shoot. Streaking into the forecourt with it is Perkins. Perkins penetrates, gets cut off, puts up a 16-footer, no good. A rebound by Asondico. Again for Joseph, who brings it into the forecourt to our right. Centers, penetrates, goes down the lane, kicks it out. Floyd for 3. Got it!
Corey Floyd playing good basketball. Nice shot there by Corey. Good penetration. They find him. No hesitation. Lets it fly.
That is 8 for Floyd in the game. Friars on another 9-0 run. Driving to the right side, spinning is Robert Smith. Out front with the ball to Perkins. Back to Smith in the right corner. He's got Cardette in front of him. He's going to penetrate in the lane. Tries to weave his way in. Ball is tipped by Asondico. Picked up and stolen by Pierre. Pierre, the break, 1-on-2. Stops, finds Cardette, right corner. Floyd again for 3. Oh, off the back iron. Won't stick. A rebound for Somerville.
Everybody expecting that one to go down. A little smile by Corey coming down the floor.
And Stan Waterman, Delaware State's head coach, calls a timeout. 6:23 to go. Friars match their largest lead, back up to 10 here on a 9-0 run after the Hornets had closed back within 1 at 18-17.
They're going to go with a 30-second timeout. A good run here by the Friars. They're coming out and playing good defense and then pushing the ball up the floor. We haven't seen a lot of that. I expected more of that, and we'll probably see it more and more as the year goes on. The Friars get the ball up on the rebound and get out on the fast break, push the ball down the floor. They've been walking it up a lot, trying to set up a half-court offense. But in this ball game, they're pushing the pace a little bit better and getting better looks at the basket.
Delaware State has not scored in the last 3:21 on the clock, as the Friars have gone on this 9-0 run overall to open up again a 10-point lead.
Well, you got some new players coming in for the Friars right now as Fernandez gets to check in. He
only played a minute
in the last ball game
against Green Bay on Saturday. But Justin Fernandez comes in. Rich Barron is back in. And the Big O, Oswin Erunse, is back in.
Yeah, it's tough to get minutes with all the guys the Friars have out here. I mean, they're all about the same ability-wise, but you see who rises to the top.
Kasim Watson has also re-entered for Delaware State. 25 to shoot. They'll inbound it just to the left of our courtside position here on the near side.
That's the travel right there, Watson. You can't run the sideline unless it's a made basket.
But that was right in front of Jeff Clark, and he didn't call it. Driving is Perkins in the lane, throws up the floater, back iron, no good. Rebound to the Big O. Oswin up the floor now for Joseph. Joseph on the right side with a right-hand dribble, switches to the left hand, kicks it back to the right wing for Fernandez. Tries to shake himself loose, finds Barron up high. Barron looks to dribble penetration, works to the left sideline. On the top of the key, hands off to Joseph. Thought about the catch and shoot, shows it, drives it, kicks it through to Fernandez. 3 in the left corner, got it! First basket of the career in Providence for Justin Fernandez.
Good pass to find him. I mean, you get enough guys out there shooting shots. Fernandez is the guy who streak. He's made 8 in a row one time at George Mason.
He was 0 for 4 from 3 on the season before that one. Driving to the right is Watson, and we got a whistle and a reach in on the Friars. They're going to call it on Rich Barron. First on Rich, third on the Friars here with 5:32 to go in the half.
Well, you got to make Watson work. You know, he's been shooting the lights out. He's 5 for 6, so Barron's got to fight over those screens and make somebody else take the shot.
Surgers comes out of the game, and they will bring Austin Andrews, the 6'10 senior out of Detroit, into the game. Inbounds for Smith into the right corner for Andrews, for Perkins. Back for Smith for 3, off the back iron, long rebound, tipped right to Somerville. Saves it out to Watson. Watson drives down to the left post. Somerville kicks it through in the hands and out of the hands on Andrews down on the baseline, and a turnover. That's 4 now for the Hornets.
A good idea right there. Andrews was wide open. All he had to do was catch it for the layup.
The Friars now have the ball up 13 with 5:15 to go on the half. Joseph into the forecourt. Delaware State going back to the man-to-man, as Joe mentioned earlier. Barron comes left, swings it for Floyd, left side for Fernandez. Justin Fernandez between the circles. Joseph looks for a screen. Sets it, cuts to the left, weaves back to the right, penetrates, lobs to Barron on the right side, fires the 3, off the front rim, can't complete it. Rebound Watson.
Joseph's so good at penetration and finding the open looker.
3-pointer, Perkins, right corner, good. It's a 2-pointer with his foot on the 9. That's Corey Perkins.
Guys got to get back on defense. Want to challenge those shots.
Here's Joseph penetrating. Ball gets knocked loose on the floor. Fernandez goes to the floor for the ball, and then he gets bumped by 11 on his way, and that's Kasim Watson, who picks up his first foul. And that is now 6 on Delaware State. Jaden Pierre getting ready to come back into the game, replacing Corey Floyd. Friars will keep it 22 to shoot. 4:34 to go here in the game clock. Joseph comes out, and Jabri Abdur-Rahim back in.
All kind of lineups in this one tonight.
Inbounds from Pierre, right baseline to Erunse. Fernandez, Jabri for 3, short. And a rebound on the right side, taken there by Robinson. Martez Robinson with the dribble in front of the Friar bench, cut off there by Pierre. Jump pass to the right side for Smith. Smith will work on Barron down to the right baseline. Goes up the runner, scores.
Jamie Foxx. That's Jamie Foxx. His name is Smith.
Robert Smith has 8. And after the Friars went on a 12-0 run, back-to-back baskets by the Hornets to pull them back within 9. Pierre has it between the circles to the right wing. Finds Barron. Barron looks for penetration, pulls it out on the perimeter. High post. Oswin hands off for Fernandez. 10 to shoot. Alley-oop underneath. And Arunse had it. Got knocked to the floor. Bounced 3 times on the rim. It wouldn't go down. He will get the foul, however, called on Raymond Somerville.
Well, he went right underneath him, and that's easy to do with Oswin. He jumped so high. When he threw the ball up to the rim, his head was on the rim on that one.
Second foul on Somerville. Friars will go to the foul line after a timeout. 3:48 to play in the half. 30-21. Providence with the lead over Delaware State. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
All right, Friars, I'm here on the floor with John and Aiden, and they're going to be playing just like the Friars. We're sitting about 10 Newport. And here's how it works. They're going to be putting on a jersey, shorts, and sneakers. And the first one to make a basket is going home with tickets to see the Friars play St. Bonaventure at Mohegan Sun. All right, John and Aiden, are we ready? Friars, are we ready? Get set, go! All right, ready, leave for John. Let's catch up, baby. Let's go. No. This way. Here we go. We'll get close one. Hey, here we go. Right down. Give it up for Aiden, who's actually celebrating his birthday today. Give it up for Aiden and give it up for John. That was just like the Flyers. Presented by Bank Newport.
Janney Montgomery Scott helps clients connect their life and their finances. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Well, the Friars have actually been one of the national leaders in the first 2 weeks of the season in field goal percentage defense, holding opponents just 33% shooting from the floor. But Delaware State kind of hanging around here, Joe. They've hit 10 of their 20.
Yeah, 10 for 20, and two of the guys are making all the shots, though. You got Smith 4 for 7, and you got Watson at 5 for 6. So 9 of the 10 field goals by 2 guys. The Friars on the other hand, 10 for 21. The reason why they have the lead in this ball game, they're 5 for 15 from 3, where Delaware State's only 1 for 3. And the Friars on the foul line are 5 for 6. Delaware State has not attempted a free throw yet.
Well, we got 3:48 to go in the first half, and Oswin Arunse is going to the free throw line. Is just 2 for 7 from the foul line on the season, but he's got a 2-shot foul here.
I told Kim about putting in a free throw drill. We used to have at Golden State. 6 guys would go to the foul line.
First one is no good.
At the end of practice. And we couldn't leave until all 6 guys made 2 shots in a row. All 6 guys. We'd be there for 45 minutes. And all you had to do was make 2 in a row.
Second shot for is short. Won't get it. And the rebound on the floor, controlled by Kareem Watson, who's the twin brother of Kasim Watson. So you got 11 and 13, 2 twins out there going at it. Transfers both from Cal State Bakersfield. Top of the key for Martez Robinson. Drives left, and the elbow jumper is good. First basket of the game for Robinson.
Good look right there. I mean, this team's a good one-on-one team. They only have 2 assists in the ball game, but they can make shots.
They're on a 6-0 run to pull back within 7. Pierre pulls up from 16, right side, good.
That's a good shot by Jaden. Nice and under control there. Hand in his face, still knocked it down.
5 for Pierre. Smith drives all the way down to the post, kicks it all the way through, reverses back out front for Kareem. Now to Kasim. Smith for 3, left corner, skids off the rim, and gets the rebound. Now for Pierre. Pierre controls it into the forecourt on the right side. High screen is set. 2 defenders go that way. He penetrates to the foul line. Stops, kicks it left wing for Cardette. Cardette to Raheem. Steps back, fires the 3 from the left wing. In and out, no good. And the rebound controlled by Andrews. Now up the floor on the right sideline for Kareem Watson. Finds brother Kasim Watson. Misses the jumper. And Oswin with a rebound.
There's Watsons everywhere.
Kareem and Kasim. Here's Pierre to the right side. Oswin has it up high. Goes left for Jabri. Now he finds Pierre. Catch
Ooh,
and shoot.
deep one.
Three off the iron. No good. Rebound taken by Barron underneath. He spins to the inside. Got his putback swatted out of bounds. Friars will keep it with 18 to shoot.
Good rebound by Barron in there. You know, he did a good job when they went small the last ball game. He got a lot of rebounds, or if he didn't control the rebound, he tipped it to somebody. He's such a big body, lower body. He takes up space in there. He's able to get those loose rebounds.
Sondiko checks back in for Arunson. Inbound right side baseline with Pierre. Waits for the break with the basket to Jabri in the right corner. No shot. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Kareem Watson. Friars will keep it 16 on the clock. And Raheem comes out. Floyd back in for Providence. Perkins re-enters for Delaware State. It'll be Cardette to inbound just to the left of the Delaware State bench on the near side. Forecourt to our right. Up high for Pierre. Pierre works his way. Bounce pass to Floyd, who gets caught in a double team in the middle of the lane. 9 to shoot. Hands back out to Cardette. Starts left, goes right. Floyd has it tipped out of bounds again. Quick hands in the passing lane here by Kasim Watson. And the shot clock down to 5. And Kim English wants to talk about it. So he's going to use his 30-second timeout right here with 1:59 to go before the half.
There's a little teaching moment right here. You got 5 seconds. You call that timeout. Normally you wait till under a minute to call a timeout with the last one to use it or lose it in the half. But now you want to see if you can get a shot off, a good shot here with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
32-23. The lead has been as high as 10. As high as 13. It was 30-17 with 5:47 to go.
Joseph just checked into the ball game, so you might see him either make the inbound pass or get him the ball where he can take off and penetrate, draw the defense, and throw it out for a three-pointer.
We'll see who the Friars come back out onto the floor with as they are gathered standing around the coaching staff just to our left here on the floor. And Floyd, Cardette, Isandiko, Pierre, and Joseph back in. Bensley will do the inbounding honors right in front of the Delaware State bench. Again, 5 on the shot clock. Let's see who he goes to. Bensley looks for the inbounds pass. Finds Isandiko, gives it back to Bensley, drives down the lane, throws up the runner, off the rim, won't go, rebound tapped right to Isandiko, who tips it back in and scores.
See, that was set up for Joseph, even though he's taking the ball out of bounds. A lot of time the guy out of bounds is the place for him. He got the ball off the screen, took it right down the middle.
Good offensive rebound by Kreist. Friars back up 11. Perkins goes right side for Robinson, and Robinson gets fouled by Joseph. Bensley's first. That's just 4 on the Friars here in the half with 1:39 to go.
Good pump fake there by Watson to get him up in the air, and then Joseph had to grab him.
Perkins will inbound for the baseline to the right of the basket. Isandiko right in front of him doing jumping jacks. Now Robinson to the right corner, penetrates into the paint, kicks the ball out, left wing for Watson. Jumper up, an air ball, but brother Kasim is there to rescue. Throws it, saves it in bounds. Robinson saves it, but it's tipped out of bounds by Floyd on that side. It will be Delaware State possession, 11 to shoot. So Kasim will inbound from the right sideline. It'll be Corey Floyd in front of him. Perkins breaks to the ball, uses a high screen, cuts to the left, drives to the basket, throws up the runner, off the glass, rebound to Isandiko. And he holds on to the ball rather than throw it away and gives it to Joseph. Good call there. Joseph into the forecourt, right side, Cardette. Up high, Isandiko goes left for Pierre. Jaden looks for the post, finds Isandiko with a bounce pass. Works his way into the post, spins to the inside, up fakes, goes up, gets hacked in the act.
They're not double teaming him, so they're going to let him play one-on-one down there. And Isandiko used his body just to back his man in. Was able to get the foul on that one. Need to go to the line for 2.
Foul on Alston Andrews. That's his first. 8th on the team. 2 shots for Kreist. 1 for 2 here earlier in the half. Has 5 first half points.
He's 3 for 7 on the year from the foul line.
Make it 4 out of 8 as he hits the first one here. Had 7 points and 5 rebounds in 15 minutes against Green Bay on Saturday, averaging 5.5 points per game. And the second shot, he got them both. Small steps. Small steps.
Yeah, he's settled in a little bit in this ball game. He looks a lot better than he has.
Perkins into the forecourt for Delaware State. Under a minute to go in the half. Has the ball in the right corner for Smith. Smith brings the ball out. Robinson now penetrates down to the post on Joseph. Joseph tries to get in defensive position and got hit in the chops with that elbow. No call there. Penetration for Perkins. Lost the dribble off his hands out of bounds on the sideline, and the Friars will get it on a turnover.
Joseph got hit in the lip. He's checking his teeth right now.
It was a chiclet spitter there almost. So he's got the ball, though, on the right side for Floyd. Now up high, Sonico turns, dumps it off left for Pierre in the flat, well out on the perimeter. Now a bounce pass to Asandiko. He fakes. He works his way in, muscles his way into the paint, spins to the inside. He gets bounced to the floor. And again, it's Austin Andrews with the foul with 24.8 on the clock.
Well, there's nobody really can guard Asandiko in there. He's so big. I mean, he outweighs everybody by 100 pounds at least on the floor.
7 feet, 290 pounds for the Friars going against Austin Andrews, who's 6'10 and 230.
Yeah.
But he looks small by Crease.
Yeah, Crease is a big dude.
So here's a 1-and-1 for Asanico on the 9th team foul. And the first free throw is no good. Rebound for Watson. 22 seconds left. Hornets can take the final shot of the half if they wish. Perkins calls the play as he walks across the mid-floor line. Has it mid-floor circle. Drives on Joseph, the right wing, gets cut off. Dumps it back to Robinson up high with 8 to shoot. Now Robinson comes left wing for Alston to get back now for Robinson. Throws up the runner at the rim. Misses everything. Asanico with the rebound. Floyd won't get a shot off. And the Friars will take a 13-point lead into the locker room.
Corey Floyd didn't want to shoot that one because it's a three-pointer. It'll go against his percentage. A little smile. He said, what do you thought throwing a pass for?
Hey, not wrong.
Well, I mean, you can make it three-pointer. You might as well. I mean, what the heck?
I suppose. 36-23. Friars match their largest lead of the half here at the break.
Let's put it this way. I would have let it fly.
But what if it brought your
Well, I
percentage
thought
down?
I would have. No, I would have thought I could make it.
No,
I mean,
of course. Of course. Joe Hassett would definitely think that. More coming up at halftime. Austin Rooke joins us with our scoreboard and halftime update in a moment from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
what? A lot warmer in the Bahamas. Oh, man, it was. I know.
That's not saying much. Yeah, what you got? Yeah. Let's give Fernandez some love. Let's Floyd led the team in scoring, so I'll introduce him first, and then we'll throw it to the Fernandez bucket after that, if you're good with that. Okay, cool. Wow. Since when can you get 3? Fine, then I'm getting 3 too. There's no rule. There's no rules anymore. No rules. I want my dark chocolate. You got a dark chocolate Kit Kat, a little mini Hershey, and there we go. There you go. The finer things in life. Hey, Matt, I can't really hear the station. You put it up a little bit, or can I do that over here? Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Last time I checked the hockey score, it was still 1-0, by the way. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, crap. Yeah, a little bit. He just came through in my ears, kind of like screaming. I was like, oh, my God. A better half for Chris DeSantico in his 5th game as a Friar. Probably his best half as a Friar, you would say. 7 points and 8 rebounds for the 7-foot, 290-pound big man out of Paris, France. Friars with a 13-point lead at the break over Delaware State. And again, everyone, Austin Rooke with you here at halftime here in downtown Providence. The Friars closed the half on a 6-0 run. They had 2 separate 9-0 runs during that first half, and they were led in scoring by Corey Floyd with 8 points. A hot shooting Corey Floyd, 2 of 4 from downtown, 3 of 5 overall from the field, including this 3 early. It almost seems like if the first shot goes down for Corey Floyd, you know it's going to be a good game because, you know, he just needs that little boost of confidence, and then watch him soar. He had 20 points in a game last year at Butler. He's got 8 points here in the first half for the Friars. But we got to give a little bit of love to the last remaining transfer from George Mason as Kim English made his transition here to Friartown last year. Justin Fernandez scores his first bucket as a Friar in the first half from a left corner. The redshirt sophomore from Richmond, Virginia, lost all of his first year as a Friar to a torn ACL, but good to see him get on the score sheet. Joe mentioned it during the first half. He can get hot if he just gets that time. Still getting back acclimated to the speed of the college game is Justin Fernandez. But the Friars with one of their best halves of the season in the opening 5 games here tonight. Here in that first half, they lead it over Delaware State, 36-23. Scoreboard update coming after the break. This is Providence Friar basketball from Learfield. I screwed up that transition. Stupid. Ugh. That was such a good segment, too, and I blew it.
You're too hard on yourself.
Someone's got to be.
That's what makes you better.
1-0 after 20 minutes. Villanova closes the half on a 17-0 run. They were tied with Penn. Damn. Penn won for their last 12 to finish the half. God dang. Brett, are you going to come back with the disclaimer? Okay, sounds good. Oh, nice. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Ah, chocolate everywhere. Damn. Transition was fine. Relax. That was the 1-3 in the first half for Wesley Cardette, Worldwide West, as they call him. 4-4 from the foul line, as well as the Friars hold a 36-23 advantage over the Delaware State Hornets here at halftime in downtown Providence. Austin Rooke back with you here at the AMP. Let's take a trip around the Big East. Tonight, there are a few games going on in the Big East Conference. UConn with a 42-20 lead at the half over East Texas Ag Tech State University, actually East Texas A&M, formerly Texas A&M Commerce. 42-20 as the Huskies close the half on a 16-3 run. A 17-0 run in the Big Five for the Villanova Wildcats. 43-26. They lead it at the half after it was tied. Villanova's dropped 5 straight games. Villanova has dropped 5 straight in the Big Five coming into tonight. They're led by 11 points from Eric Dixon in that first half. A couple other games going on in the Big East tonight. Later on, it will be Marquette at home at Fiserv Forum taking on the defending national runner-up Purdue Boilermakers. That's a big one tonight. Tips off at 9 o'clock in downtown Milwaukee. Elsewhere in the Big East, Eastern Illinois will tip off against DePaul at 9 o'clock. The Hockey Friars playing on campus tonight at Schneider Arena. One period is gone on campus. It is 1-0 Boston College after 20 minutes of play. Right here at the AMP, the basketball playing Friars. It's 36-23 over Delaware State. Second half action coming up next from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Oh, time to turn me on, man. Hello? Anybody listening? Who we playing tonight?
I know. John and Joe back inside the amp, moments away before the start of the second half. Friars with a 36-23 lead at the break. Had 8 points from Corey Floyd, 7 apiece from Kreese DeSantico and Wesley Cardette. Shot 43%. Delaware State shot 42%. Friars were 5 of 17 from 3, 1 of 4 Delaware State. But the edge was at the foul line. Friars were 7 of 11. Not great, but Delaware State didn't take a free throw in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Friars were getting the ball into the paint, going to the basket, picking up some fouls, and shooting three-pointers as well. I mean, you get best of both worlds that way, John. The Friars attempted 17 threes out of the total 28 shots they took in the ball game. So they're going to do a consistent diet of three-pointers. Everybody was on the floor for this Friar team all year. Somebody who can beat you off the dribble. So they're going to try to get to the basket, create some mismatches, and throw it out for threes. And did a good job in the first half of moving the ball and finding the better shot. They had 8 assists on those 12 made baskets, so they moved the ball pretty well. And they had 3 turnovers after the first time out, second time out, I should say, and only had 4 turnovers for the entire half. So doing a better job of taking care of the ball. Only had, 6 turnovers in the last game. So in 3 halves of basketball, they've had 10 turnovers.
Delaware State in the blue, red, and white uniforms. Friars in the home whites, and the Hornets with the ball to start the second half. Basket to our right here at the amp. Up on the high post for the ball is Unir Newton, who started the game. Now to Smith on the right wing, penetrates into the lane, swings around, puts up the fadeaway off the glass, no good. Rebound is Sandico. Kreese is going to end up with double digits tonight if he keeps you going at this pace on rebounds. Joseph comes off a high screen. Friars basket to the left here in half number 2. Cardette feeds to Sandico, double team. Now out to Pierre, swings it right for Joseph. He gets dribble penetration to the right side. Floyd brings it back out front for Pierre with 8 to shoot. Jaden looks for his screen, comes back to Corey. Corey fakes, he drives, goes to the hoop with 2, with 1. Jumper up off the back iron is Sandico. Offensive rebound, kicks it back outside. They find Joseph, bounce pass right corner. Corey passes it up and drives the baseline for the jam.
He's such a great athlete, too, Corey Floyd. I mean, he got to the basket that time. He looks like he was on a trampoline going up for the dunk.
Floyd with 10 to lead the Friars. They're up first here in the second half. Top of the key with it is Robinson, who's held to just 2 points in the half. He drives, leaves it short. Rebound forced there by Watson. He puts up the rebound follow. No good. Floyd rips it down for Providence.
Corey's everywhere out there, rebounding the ball, dunking the ball, and making threes.
Here's Pierre on the left side in front of his bench. Looks for the screen for Sandico. Back out front now for Floyd. He finds Joseph on the right sideline. Joseph guarded there by Kasim Watson, giving up some space and some size there, and Watson comes up with a loose ball. So Watson at 6'7" has the dribble and the drive into the forecourt, and he got a foul from Joseph on the other end.
Joseph tried to force that bounce pass into the big fella Kreese that time, and it just wasn't there. There wasn't enough space to give it to him. But You want to give Crease the ball when he's closer to the basket. If you give it more in space outside, that's when he's susceptible to some turnovers.
Joseph's second personal. First on the Friars in the half. Smith has the inbounds, drives off the left side, gets into the lane, turns around, double team. Ball gets popped loose out of bounds left side, touched by Floyd. Hornets keep it with 18 to shoot.
Good defense by Pierre that time on Smith, too. He wouldn't let him get any space to get the shot off.
Inbounds comes from Watson. Out front now again for Smith. Up high for Newton. Back to Smith. Swings it right. Robinson. Right corner for Watson. He penetrates into the lane. Puts it in with the right hand. And gets his own tip back in the hoop.
Watson's a play. I mean,
he can play.
He's a good player.
He's got 13 of the 25 Delaware State points on the board. It's a 13-point Providence lead. Cardette, top of the key. Hesitates. Drives. Loses the dribble. Got fouled from behind. And the foul will be called on number 3, and that's Martez Robinson.
Got that nice penetration right there. He tried to get the bounce pass over the crease, but picked up the foul instead.
Robinson's second, first on the team in the half here, 17:48 to go.
See, the difference between Crease and Oswin is you're going to throw the alley-oop to Oswin. Crease, you're not going to throw many alley-oops.
Crease has the ball top of the key, shares it there with Cardette. Coming off the screen again is Floyd. Floyd uses Sandico as a screener, kicks it back out to West. West drives left, right to the hoop, lays it up a little strong. Rebound comes down for Delaware State. Bounce pass up the floor. Smith scoops it over the hoop, off the glass and in for Robert Smith.
Good move there by Smith.
He's got 10 and makes it 38-27. Pierre penetrates, hands off to Cardette. He gets into the lane and got fouled from behind again. And this time it's on 25. It's on Munir Newton, who picks up his third personal foul.
Well, Munir doesn't feel like he fouled him on that, but there's a reason why the ball went out of bounds.
Joseph will inbound baseline right, 22 to shoot. Lobs it to Sandico at the right elbow. Back out front for Cardette. Cardette finds Joseph, gets into the lane, fakes it, comes left. Floyd has it in front of his bench, pulls the dribble back outside. Now Cardette between the circles, 9 to shoot. He'll penetrate again. He spins. There's a double team. It's loose on the floor. It's picked up by Sandico with 4, with 3. Backdoor Corey wide open for the stuff.
Good pass by Sandico right there. He pump fake to the wing and found Floyd open for the dunk.
Almost offense by accident, but the Friars will take it. Bounce pass underneath for Newton, and Newton does a scoop to the hoop and gets fouled from behind by Creased. First foul on Sandico, 2 on the Friars. Munir Newton, 6'5" senior from Philadelphia, transfer from the University of Albany, where he averaged 4.5 points and better than 4 rebounds per game for the Great Danes last season.
Well, Delaware State doesn't take much time to get the ball up the floor. They're looking to shoot pretty quick. They had 1 shot clock violation early in the first half, but after that, they've gotten up the floor and getting some good looks.
Newton's first free throw of the night, no good. Has not yet scored, averages 6.8 points per game.
That free throw didn't look very good right there. I think there's a good chance to be some Chick-fil-A flying in here after this one.
Foul shot coming next. Rich Barron checks back in. 2 misses at the line by an opponent in the second half. Gives everybody Chick-fil-A.
Oh, man.
And it's no good.
You knew that was coming. He had no chance. You could have put a bathtub up there on that backboard. That wasn't going in.
All right, so we got Providence and Seekonk and wherever else on notice after the game tonight, right? For the Chick-fil-A stores. Here's Floyd, hands off right for Joseph. Joseph now comes back between the circles for Pierre. Now to the left side for Sandico. Sandico hands off to Joseph, curls around for 3, off the iron, no. Rebound tipped out, taken by Robinson up the floor. Robinson challenges the big man up and flows it over Sandico and scores.
That's a good move by Robinson because he bumped into Sandico and just fell backwards, was still able to make the shot.
That's just his second basket of the game, averaging 20 points per game. 40-29. Friar lead cut to 11. They've led by as much as 15. Here's Rip Barron, gives it back out to Pierre, stops, comes cross court, finds Barron in front of his bench, gets down into the left post, bounces back out front is Sandico, an open 3, but it's going to skid off the rim. Loose ball on the floor, out of bounds. It is off of Delaware State, and the Friars will keep it.
Caden Pierre bouncing all over the floor, and this one there, he goes deep on the floor for that one, and Friars end up with the ball.
Timeout with 15:47 to play. 40-29 is the Friar lead. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
It's funny. Joseph will be playing all along. You know, he's moving the ball. He's finding his teammates. He penetrates. He looks to pass all the time. And then he'll come down. He'll come off the screen and take some crazy shot. That shot he took over here was like guys in his face. Two guys switched out on him, and he still shot it.
Yep. Crease has his 10 rebounds, 7 points, 10 rebounds. All right, they got the lead. Sweet.
Well, they scored 50 seconds into the game, Boston College.
Yeah.
Let's go Flyers! Let's go Flyers!
Yeah. The New England laborers are training the workforce of today that will build tomorrow with state-of-the-art training academies throughout New England. You'll be equipped with the construction skills, knowledge, and experience to start your career and to better tomorrow. LIUNA, Field, the Power. Hockey Friars, ranked 11th in the country, have a 2-1 lead over third-ranked Boston College at Schneider in the second period.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one for the Friars to get. Normally they play like back-to-back to teams like that. They'd probably go back to Boston College and play them maybe tomorrow night or the night after. But you need to get that first one. Look at the stats here. Second half shooting. Friars just 2 for 6 from the floor. Delaware State 3 of 7. Delaware State hadn't taken a 3. Friars 0 for 2 from three-point range. Friars shooting 41% overall. Delaware State 42%. The Friars are doing the job on the boards, though, up on 27 to 16, and 11 of those are offensive rebounds.
Oswin Arunse into the game for the Friars. Raymond Somerville, 6'11", graduate student center, back into the game for Delaware State. Friars with the ball inbound, 20 to shoot. Arunse hands off for Joseph at the foul line, kicks the ball out. Rich Barron, wide open three, short. And the rebound for Kasim Watson. Watson up the floor to Robinson. Robinson, the right corner in front of his bench. Back to Robinson out front against the Friar man. Robinson around the high screen, gets the foul line jumper up and in.
Shot there by Robinson. I think, they do a good job of getting themselves open looks.
And Delaware State has hit 4 of their last 4 from the floor, and they're back within 9. So they're starting to heat it up a little bit here. The Friar defense kind of coming and going in spurts in this ball game. Pass over to the right wing, gets tipped out of bounds by Delaware State. And Providence will keep it with 14 to shoot as Jabri Abdur-Rahim checks back in, and Corey Perkins back in for Delaware State as Smith limps off the floor for the Hornets. Robert Smith.
Guys just can't shake this team, though. They're able to hang around in this one.
Inbounds comes to Jaden to the left, back to Rich, 9 to shoot, back to Jaden, out front again. He's going to go up for a deep 3. Oh, no, and the rebound for Floyd on the offensive glass.
That's Corey's 5th rebound in the ball game.
Offensive rebounding period, saving the Friars bacon here. Quick pass left wing, Pierre drives to the post, in and out of the hands of Oswald. Can't hold it. Steal the other way. Coming up the floor, Perkins. Right corner, penetrate. Robinson behind his back, drives on the baseline, works on Floyd, puts it up strong, too strong. Arunse with the rebound. Now back up the right sideline for Pierre. Pierre stops, penetrates, gets in the lane, gets it tipped, goes up, rolls it around the rim and in.
Boy, he's so good at that reverse layup. That was a nice move right there. Again, probing like Joseph did in the first half. Get into the defense and finish at the rim.
Pierre's got 7 in the game, 42-31. Perkins hands off to Watson, spins in the lane, throws up the runner around the rim, gets it to go, and Jabri with a foul. Kasim Watson came to play tonight.
Yeah, he's tough, Watson, and he's looking to score.
Foul is called on Jabri, his second, team's 3rd of the half. Corey Floyd will come out, and Ryan Mila checks in. So Kasim Watson, 6'7", redshirt sophomore from Philly, transfer from Cal Bakersfield, missed the shot, and Mila grabs the rebound. At 16 as a season high against Columbia. and already has 15 here tonight. Raheem lobs it back out front for Pierre. Friar lead back to 9. Arunse on the high post. Now comes left for Jabri. Pushes right again for Jaden. Finds Mila coming across the middle. Right side for Barron. 6 to shoot. Gets down to the baseline. Gets down to the post. He's double teamed down there. Out to Jabri. Launches the 3. At the buzzer. Puts it in.
Good job by Raheem getting to an open spot. He didn't stand around watching what was going on. He cut to an open spot. They find him. He knocks it down.
First basket of the game for Jabri Abdur Raheem. Providence back up a dozen. Robinson has it top of the key. Gets by Mila. Gets into the lane. Bounce pass down to the post for Watson and a whistle. And foul should be, I believe, on Ryan Mila. Yep, he'll reach in. His first foul of the ball game. That's 4 on the Friars here in the half. It'll be Somerville to inbounds from the baseline left of the basket this time with a fresh 20 on the clock for the Hornets. Into the left corner, and it's in and out of the hands of Alston Andrews. I'm not sure he expected it to come that hard and that fast.
Well, that's only the 6th turnover for Delaware State. Both teams doing a good job of taking care of the ball, but that one there was a tough turnover.
Both teams with 6 turnovers in the game. Friars have the ball, lead by 12. Here's Barron, penetrates left, double team is there. Looks like they're trying to trap when the ball goes to the wings. And they stay in a zone defense out front now. Pierre, left of this top of the key, high screen set, penetrates down the lane, kicks it through to Barron, open 3, yes.
Good pass right there by Pierre, drawing the defense. That extra dribble, drew a double team and freed up the open shot. Barron knocks it down.
First basket of the game for Rich Barron, and the lead is back to 15, matching the largest. Perkins weaving in traffic. Oh, and a reach-in foul is called.
Mila.
Nope, they're going to call it on Barron instead for a reach-in.
Oh. You know, normally you reach in from when you want to look
behind,
swing.
yeah,
you swing up when you do that. If you swing down, you're probably going to get the foul most of the time.
Second foul on Rich, 5 on the Friars. Inbounds comes out. Watson has it. Abdur Rahim guarding him. Penetrates down right, gets to the post, stops, goes cross court. Robinson fakes the 3, gets down into the post, loses the dribble out of bounds. Turnover as he stumbles to the floor.
Good job of taking away the 3-point shot there. Pierre jumped out on the 3 and made him put it on the floor. Get into the paint right there. Yeah, you'd rather give up a 2 than a 3, but you take the turnovers even better.
7 turnovers for the Hornets. And Friars will get the ball inbounds and bring it right to left into the forecourt as Pierre now works it to the right sideline. Now finds Jabri, the left corner, left bounce pass to Arunse, who drives and scores off the glass.
Good pass there by Raheem. They had one double teamed him because he just made a 3. And Arunse gets in there open for a layup.
6 for Osmond in the game. Friars have their largest lead at 17. Perkins left against Mila. Starts left, goes right, gets down to the post. Back out front for Watson. Watson has the ball popped out of bounds off of Mila right into the Delaware State bench.
Mila's a good defensive player, too.
Quick hands.
You know, he just played. He had to do the switch a couple times. He played everybody on that possession.
Showed some quick hands there. Timeout called by Stan Waterman and the Hornets of Delaware State with 12:06 to go. And the Friars have a 50-33 lead. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball. Yeah. This is the extra. I mean, I assume it is, but that's really up to the officials to decide. Either way, we'll take it. 8-0 run.
All right.
All right, man, we going with 1, 2, or 3. He's going with 2. Let's see if he's right. He's right. You're up for prime time. Here's the right hand token. One more time for Nathan Quantown. I want to see you in action next Sunday, November 24th versus Delaware at 2 p.m. at the Alumni Hall. Visit Friars.com for more seats today.
Wow. Good Lord. Yeah.
So the entire owner has won a free original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Providence College basketball brought to you in part by Milton Cat, your Caterpillar equipment dealer for the Northeast, and a proud sponsor of Providence College athletics. Sean and Joe at the amp with 12:06 to play in the second half. Friars have their largest lead now at 17, 50-33.
Yeah, and shooting the ball well in the second half, 50%, 6 for 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from three-point range. You know, I look at the assists, though, and the Friars doing a good job moving the ball around. They have 13 assists on the 18 made baskets, and you look at Delaware State, they just have 2 assists on 16 made field goals. So a lot of one-on-one out there for this Delaware State team, and they can beat you off the dribble and make some tough shots, but they need to maybe move the ball around a little bit better to get more efficiency on the offense. They have 2 of their guys have 25 of the 33 points. Watson and Smith have 25 of the 33 points in the ballgame.
They've gone scoreless now for the last 2:06. They'll have the ball here, 13 to shoot on this possession. Basket to our right. Perkins inbounds, right baseline, pulling it out. Spinning is Watson. Watson tries to post up, scoops it underhanded, can't get the shot to go. Rebound tipped out to Mila. Good defense by Abdur-Rahim. Mila penetrates, gets down to the left side, pulls it out in front of his bench, back out to Jabri. Holds onto the ball, guarded by Watson defensively. They go back to a man-to-man. A handoff now for Pierre. Goes all the way to the hoop. Scoops it up over his head. Won't go. And this time the rebound for Andrews.
He's so good at that shot. He made another one.
Perkins, quick penetration right. Gets cut off by Jabri. Over left wing. Three-pointer is on the way. Off the rim. Rebound for Mila. Watson missed that one. Mila now gives it back to Pierre. Pierre gets it into the forecourt up the right sideline. Jabri sets the screen. He cuts to the left side off of a double screen. Pushes back to Jabri. There's a deep three. Oh, my!
Yeah, he's not bashful. He knows he's out there to shoot. That's what Kim English wants him to do, and I don't care where he is. He's looking to shoot the shot.
His second made here of the half. Friars on an 11-0 run here. Driving the lane. Watson throws it up off the glass. It goes in, and he gets fouled. Kasim Watson having himself a night here.
Yeah, he moved well without the ball right there. That was an assist, actually, by Delaware State, but Rahim got beat to the basket on that one.
Foul is called on Abdur-Rahim, his third, and we got a timeout. And even 11 minutes to play in the second half, 53-35. Friar lead is 18. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
One more time, UPC dance team, Fire Town.
For water, fire, or mold damage, call Rhode Island Restoration, 401-414-1111. Rhode Island's top choice for property damage, cleanup, and repair. Emergency service available 24/7. So Kasim Watson will go to the line to try three-point play the old-fashioned way. He's single-handedly trying to keep his team alive. He's got a season-best 17 points in this one tonight, average about 3.5 points and a little under 2 rebounds last year at Cal State Bakersfield. There are 3 Cal State Bakersfield transfers on this Delaware State team, including his twin brother Kareem, who was in the game in the first half.
Yeah, he's having a good ball game, Watson. He's got 7 rebounds in the ball game. He's their leading rebounder as well. You know, you only have 4 guys who were scored for Delaware State, so there's not a lot of balance. When you look at the Friars, everybody who's played has scored except for Ryan Mila. So it's tough to score all the points by yourself, but that Watson guy has done a pretty good job of scoring on his end of the ball, at his end of the offensive end.
He'll get to go to the line here, 0 for 1 at the foul line, and have an opportunity to complete the three-point play and pull his team a tad closer. 18-point lead has been as much as 20 tonight for the Friars with an even 11 minutes to play. And the free throw was good by Watson, so he's definitely been a bright spot for the Hornets.
Little 2-2-1.
2-2-1 zone press.
3-quarter court press.
And here's Pierre. Bounce pass across the midcourt line to Mila. Comes cross court to the near side for Raheem. Back to Pierre, so they break the press. Now Pierre hands off for Cardette back in the game. Jabri goes right wing for Mila. Mila holds it on the right side. Back out front for Pierre. 10 to shoot. Pierre works to the left. Now cuts back to the right for Jabri. Watson's out on him with 5 to shoot with 4. Pierre penetrates with 2, with 1. Turns around, doesn't get the shot off. Best defensive stand of the night there for Delaware State.
Well, Pierre just took 1 extra dribble right there. He had his guy beat on the first one. He should have elevated and shot at the Big E sign right there, right in front of the foul line. But he went for a spin move and just didn't run out of time.
Bensley Joseph back into the game, replacing Jaden. Here's Perkins. Corey Perkins with it for the Hornets. On the left side, high screen double set. Perkins stops short, keeps the ball back out to Watson. Watson back to Perkins again. Drives on Cardette, throws up the runner, blocked by Asandiko. Friars come up with the ball and a whistle. Foul is called on Delaware State.
Yes, it is.
They're going to get the foul on Caleb Surgers, who just came back into the game after that block by Kreist.
Good block by Kreist. Came along the lane there and elevated, got that block shot. And Raheem went after the Roof's ball and picks up the foul.
Second foul on Surgers, third on the team. Inbounds to the mid-floor line. Cardette to Mila, who penetrates, bounces to Kreist, who flushes.
Good bounce pass there by Mila in traffic. I love to see that bounce pass. Can't get a hand on it.
Here comes Perkins quickly back up the right sideline. Top of the key for Robinson, goes to the left side. Watson is there, back to Robinson. He gets penetration to the foul line, has to back it up. Outside again, Watson, deep 3, off the rim, no good. And Kreist with another rebound. Ball gets tipped away, it goes out of bounds by Robinson, and Providence will keep it.
See, that's where Kreist gets most of his turnovers, when he gets the rebound and tries to pitch it out to somebody. He's got to take better care of the ball, and the guards have to go back and get it from him. They can't, take off. They got to get back there and get the ball from him.
Justin Fernandez back into the game, replacing Ryan Mila. DeSonico, 9 points, 11 rebounds in the ball game tonight. Pass comes to the left wing for Fernandez. He finds Kreist down in the left post. Short man on him, spins to the inside, lost the ball. Got knocked loose. Fernandez dives to the floor for the ball. A held ball at the top of the key. The arrow belongs to the Friars.
See, Kreist got to finish that play. Makes a nice post up, and he spins, and he loses control of the ball. He keeps the ball. He's just got an easy layup.
He likes to spin to the inside on those moves, but you're right. It's like when he spins, gravity sends the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, he just loses the ball. I mean, if you're going to make that spin move, just make one quick move and go up for the shot. He tries to make a spin move, then dribble it again. And, that, in traffic, it's just too many guards around. You're not Magic Johnson in there.
9 seconds on the shot clock. And Joseph will inbound from the baseline. Right side, lob for Asandiko, right of the key. He's going to drive left, loses it, picks it up, spins around, jump hook off the glass, won't stick. And the rebound for Somerville. Up the floor now for Watson, up the right sideline, gets cut off by Fernandez. Watson retreats back to the right wing, gets down to the post, throws up the runner, off the glass, no good. Asandiko grabs the rebound for Joseph. Joseph hands off into the forecourt, has it left, right in front of Kim English, cuts to the top of the key, swings it back left. Fernandez for 3. Got it!
Well, he can shoot it, no question about it.
That's his second of the game. Friars up 22. 2-pointer for Corey Perkins from 16 is good.
Okay, Delaware State, they get the ball down the floor quickly. It took about 5 seconds to get it down there and knock down that jumper.
Perkins' second basket of the game makes it 58-38, 8:33 to go. As Joseph works to the right side for Corey Floyd. Isonico up high, comes left again for Fernandez in front of his bench. Fernandez looks to the post, lobs it for Isonico well out. Isonico goes opposite for Corey. Corey leaps high for the ball, kicks it back out to Joseph. 8 on the clock. Top of the key, Isonico, hands off to Joseph. Joseph pulls it out with 4, with 3, steps back for 3, hits the 3.
Good shot there. He saw the shot clock winding down, so he knew he had the green light right there. Nice and smooth, knocks it down.
5 for Bensley in the game. Friars up 61-38. We're under 8 to play. Perkins, left side, working on Fernandez, and Fernandez going to get him with the body. And that's the first foul on Justin. So that is now the 7th on the team. So it'll be a 1-and-1 for Delaware State with 7:54 to go. After this timeout on the floor, Providence 61, Delaware State 38. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Is an associate professor and chair of the Harvard Sociology Development Club. Her research examines the experiences of Latinx adolescents in immigrant families.
I don't know how you're gonna. It's gonna be tough to try to play all these guys.
You can't. You can't. That rotation's gonna. It's gonna have to.
Yeah, it's tough choices to make because they're all playing decent basketball. It's not like anybody's falling off. You can whoever you put in there has been doing what they're supposed to do. You know.
Here's the way he makes substitutions, Joe. He's going to put guys in there like Jabri and Barron, and if Cardette, if they can't hit threes, that's how the other guys are going to get in the game. He's going to have to try to find somebody that can shoot with some kind of consistency.
Well, I think Cadet will probably play a little bit more because he can get to the basket.
Yes.
And defensively, he's not bad. Jabri is not a good shooter from the out. I mean, a good defensive player. They exploit him when he's playing defense, but he's
Correct.
so good shooting the ball.
Yeah.
So you got, maybe you play zone when he's in the game, but it's a good problem to have because you got a lot of guys you can utilize. It's a long season. Somebody's going to get hurt.
They didn't bring Jabri here for his defense.
No. But Kim likes to, backstop everything on defense. The old saying, defense shows up every night and offense doesn't.
SeatGeek is now the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Providence Friars. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Friar fans can fan.
So Friars shooting the ball very well here in the second half. That's why they've jumped out to this big lead. They're 10 for 18 from the floor at 56%, 5 for 9 from three-point range. Same percentage, 56%. On the other hand, you're looking at Delaware State in the second half, 7 for 17, 0 for 2 from 3. Delaware State for the ball game is 18 for 43 at 42%. So, they're hanging in there, but it's amazing you only have 3 assists on 18 made field goals by Delaware State. They have just 19 rebounds in the ball game. The Friars have 35 rebounds. 12 of those are offensive rebounds. Friars doing a good job not turning the ball over in this one as well. They have 7 turnovers in this ball game. They had 6 in the entire ball game last game. So they're doing a nice job of trying to keep it under 10 turnovers.
It'll be Corey Perkins going to the free throw line here to shoot a 1-and-1 for the Hornets with 7:54 to go. A foul call on Fernandez, his first of the game. Perkins, 6'2 senior from Wilmington, Delaware, 8.8 points per game. And the free throw is good. He's got another one coming. Broke his hand 3 games into the season last year and missed the entire rest of the season. But there's some actual experience on this basketball team for Delaware State.
Does he get an extra year from
I believe so. He's listed as a senior. Hits both free throws. He's got 6 in the game, makes it 61-40. Joseph pushes left side for Floyd. Up high now for Cardette. Swings it right for Joseph. Fakes the 3. Gets penetration. Jump pass over left for Floyd. Drives the baseline. Gets cut off of the baseline. Out to Joseph, who gets an open look. Got it.
Again, nice play by Joseph. He went to the corner there. Corey Floyd was stuck under the basket. He moved to an open spot. They find him. He knocks down the 3.
That's 8 for Bensley in the game. Perkins drives, goes hard to the hoop. Can't get the shot. Offensive rebound out of bounds off of Delaware State. Providence ball. Friars are 6 of 10 from three-point range here in the second half.
Yeah, that's why they got the big lead now, up 64-40.
See what happens when you make shots?
Yep. It's going to be. That's why the defense has kept them in games. When you're knocking down threes, you extend the lead. They're 10 for 26 from the 3-point range.
Here's Joseph into the forecourt with it. Goes left for Floyd. Up high. Cardette now gives it back to Bensley on the right sideline. Bensley bounce pass into the post for Sandico. Works his way in.
He had him beat.
Boy, they're just a reach in and they take it away. Late double team. 3-pointer on the way by Smith is no good. Rebound comes to Cardette. Cardette 1-on-2 up the right sideline. Holds up outside the 3-point stripe. Finds Fernandez. Wide open 3 off the back iron. And Sandico had the rebound and he's called for a push.
He did. He came in and pushed him in the back. They were trying to box him out, but Sandico had both forearms in his back when he went for the rebound. The last play he had the ball, Johnny. He's got great position. He comes in with one dribble to the post. He's in the square. He's almost in the three. He's almost in the circle there. What do you need another dribble for?
Right, and that's when the double team came in. As soon as he put the ball on the floor, the double team came in and took the ball away.
What he did too, Johnny, he dribbled it, and he dribbled it off his forearm. I mean, one dribble, you're in that close, just turn around and lay it up.
Newton has a 1-and-1 on the other end on the Sandico foul. And the free throw is good for Munir Newton, his first point of the night. Averages 6.8 per game. Only a 50% foul shooter on the season. Transfer from Albany, as we've mentioned a couple of times. Pierre back in. Fernandez comes out. Justin's hit a couple of threes off of the bench. His first points as a Friar.
Well, Justin's had some games. When he's at George Mason, I mentioned already, he had a game where he scored 8 3-pointers in a row.
There's a miss. Rebound by Floyd. He got tied up by Martez Robinson, and a foul is called on Robinson on the rebound.
That's a break there. You can't have mental lapses. You can't lose the ball on a missed free throw by the opposition. Make sure you get that rebound.
Third foul on Robinson. Friars get the ball back on just the fourth team foul of the half. 6:36 to go, and here's Joseph. Streaks down the lane, lays it up for the right side and puts it home and draws the foul. Great burst of speed by Bensley Joseph as he hit the free throw line and then took off down the lane. Foul is called on Raymond Somerville.
And he used his right hand, too. He's a lefty. They went up to try to block the shot with the left hand. He switched to the right, gets it off the glass and in.
So Bensley has a chance for 3 the hard way. Third foul on Somerville. Joseph's free throw bounces and stays. So he gets the 3-point play. He's got 9.5, 11 for the game. 67-41. Perkins has it right side, shakes off his man in Corey Floyd, gets the ball to Somerville, back to Perkins, goes left. Driving left is Shepard, who's back in the game. Shepard dumps it off. Right wing for Perkins, 9 to shoot. Perkins goes down to the post, kicks it all the way through in the left corner. Shepard gets around Cardette, underhands the layup, scores, and draws the foul.
That was good D by the Friars that whole set. Shepard did a nice move there. He got to the middle, switched hands to the left, and then threw his head back like he was getting fouled. I didn't think he got fouled on that play, but he gets the call. He made the shot anyway.
So the foul is called on Cardette, his first. 9th on the team.
I think sometimes the officials make mercy calls. They see the score and they feel bad for the team that's behind and they blow a whistle.
Dean Shepard at the foul line, shooting the free throw, short, and a rebound for Wesley Cardette. Friars lead it 67-43. We're under 6 to play here at the Amp. Pierre comes off the screen, wide open left side. Cardette going to drive the baseline, kicks it through. Quick pass right side for Floyd. Floyd comes back out front for Joseph, fakes the 3, drives down the right side, back out front for Floyd again. Floyd spins at the foul line, gets it in the lane. Nobody to go to, bounces for Joseph with 4 to shoot, with 3 to shoot. Joseph goes up for a deep 3, off the back iron. Rebound, Jaden Pierre on the baseline. Friars have really hit the glass well tonight.
He took that ball off creased. Jaden went up above him and grabbed the ball.
Now for Joseph again. High post for Sandico. Sandico, a couple of dribbles out front, hands back off for Joseph, cuts to the left, down the lane, kicks it through left side for Floyd. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, got the ball stolen by Robinson. Robinson goes down the lane, crosses over, goes right up for the shot, gets fouled. A little sloppy there. That was called on Jaden Pierre.
Good defense by Delaware State right there. Friars that kept pump faking on the 3 and trying to get to the basket. They were closing off all those lanes to the hoop, and Friars had a shot clock almost violation twice in that possession.
Foul is on Jaden, his first. That's the 10th team foul. So double bonus the rest of the way here with 5:11 on the clock for Delaware State. It'll be Martez Robinson to shoot 2 here. And Robinson's first free throw is good. He is a 82% foul shooter. That's his first free throw of the night. Has 7 points. Came into the game averaging 20 per game as Arunse checks back in with Jabri, Cardette, and Joseph come out. One more from Martez Robinson. And it's no good. Rebound comes to Floyd. Was it a lane violation? Must have been. So the Friars moved early. And they'll give Robinson one more try at the foul line.
I think Oswin moved early on that one.
Yep, that did not please Kim English at all.
You can't move until the ball is released.
And the second shot bounces in and out. And Raheem gets the rebound.
You know, years ago, the old rule was you couldn't go in the lane until it hit the rim.
Right. Exactly. 67-44, 5 minutes to go. Arunse has it on the high post, comes left here for Floyd. Floyd comes off the screen, now finds Pierre. He drives to the right side, slides down the lane.
Right to his
Arunse for the jam.
He bounced it through his legs on that one there. Got to say, good pass by Pierre.
That's 8 for the Big O, a new high in a Friar uniform, and then Perkins loses the dribble. Mila has the steal, grabs the ball away from Perkins, has the dribble in the backcourt, and saves it to Raheem. He's going to go right to the rim. He saves it to Arunse for another stuff.
Friars turn the turnover into a layup. Good job by Mila getting the ball up the floor.
10 for the Big O, and the Friar lead is 71-44 with 4:20 to go. Bouncing out front, Robinson. He finds up high with it is Somerville. Goes left for Watson, baseline left. Driving around as the ball gets blocked out of bounds, and it will be Delaware State's ball as Robinson couldn't find an open alley. Rich Barron back into the game for the Friars. 4:09 on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock here for the Hornets as Floyd comes out.
Good job by Corey Floyd. Solid again in this ball game.
So Robinson will inbound baseline right of the basket with Big O right in front of him. Looks for the inbounds pass. Nobody to go to. Got tipped out of bounds by Raheem. Delaware State will keep it. 11 to shoot. And they'll go to the left side of the basket this time from the baseline. And let's see if the Big O's going to stay right there. Hands up high in the air. Perkins looks for the inbounds. Finds his man inside. The shot got blocked, but there's a hand on the defender. A hand on Robinson.
Pierre's going to pick up.
Yep, it's on Jaden.
The big fella Oswin blocked that shot.
So second foul on Jaden, and that bails Delaware State out. They get to go to the foul line here, and Martez Robinson will go right back to the line after making 1 of 2.
Well, we're officially into garbage time now, John. At 4:07 to go, it's 71-44.
And the free throw by Robinson is good. Former Baltimore County, Baltimore High School Player of the Year at Newtown High School, which, of course, Baltimore being Kim English's hometown.
Baltimore has a lot of good players coming out of there, so that's a good honor to receive.
And here's the thing about Robinson. He's a grad student. He spent all 5 of his years at Delaware State. And his second shot is good.
Must like it there.
And it makes it 71-46. Pierre has it in the backcourt. Will cross the mid-floor line. Has it at the mid-floor circle. Bounces left for Mila. Mila wrap around to the Big O. Gives it right back to Ryan. Ryan alley-oop to Arunse. Lays it in and draws a foul. Great touch on the ball by the Big O to get it to curl in off the rim and go down. He'll have a chance for a 3.
Nice play there by Mila. Coach Ingles wanted him to shoot that ball, but he threw a nice pass. And he said, I want you to shoot that. Mila's laughing, but Ryan's got a good feel for the game. He saw that opportunity and he took it.
We'll take the timeout. 3:52 remaining. 73-46 the Friar lead from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball. Big O got 12.
I could see them redshirting Bonk this year.
That could happen.
I could see that happen.
That could happen. You're right.
I mean, if you're not gonna play him in this game,
no.
probably might not play him at all unless something really desperate happens.
Yes, I agree.
Because you can always put DeLorean in there as a third center.
Wow. And they're tied with Kansas State? Holy crap. Wow.
What's the over and under that they're gonna lose by 20 or 25 or yeah.
Holy smokes.
I watched Kansas State. I don't know who they were playing. They're not very good. They paid that kid like a couple of million, the kid that transferred from Illinois.
Yeah.
He's
Crazy.
like adequate at best. Can we do running time here?
Make your home project a slam dunk with Floor and Decor. Now open. Shop unmatched selection and get flooring, tile, and wood at unbeatable prices. John and Joe at the end with 3:52 to go. Oswin Irunse gets to go to the line for a three-point play, has 12 points in this game, tied for the Friars scoring lead tonight, and he's been, left alone, down low. The Friar guards are finding him.
All dunks or layups, too, because they know they get it up to the rim. There's not a lot of guys who can elevate higher than he can.
He's 6 for 6 from the floor tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a jump shot yet.
No.
The only shots he's taken is from the foul line, and he's
0 for 2 from the foul line.
But on the year,
2 for 9.
2 for 9. That's why he's not taking any jump shots.
And Oswin has a chance here to get 3 the hard way with 3:52 to go. The free throw is good.
All right.
13 points for the Big O. And the Friars are up by 28. Perkins into the forecourt up the left side. Pulls it out against Rich Barron. Drives to the left side. Stops, pulls up with a jumper. Rattles in and out. Rebound on the floor. Taken by Raheem. Anton Bonk getting set to come into the game for the first time. Along with Nilovan Daniels and Eli DeLaurier. None of the three have been in the game yet tonight. Pierre has it between the circles. Lob pass to Jabri in the right corner. There's a three on the way. In and out, won't go. And a rebound for Watson. Quick outlet pass up the floor to Perkins. Now to Robinson. Robinson drives, puts up the shot. In and around the rim. Oswin with the rebound.
Good hustle back by Oswin getting that rebound.
It might have been Pierre that got a piece of it on the way up. Jaden now controls it for the Friars to our left, to the top of the key. Watson's there, cuts off the screen, loses the ball as he weaves through, and it's picked up by Robinson. Quick pass up the floor for Watson, who drives, scoops it up, missed the layup again. Rebound tipped to Barron. Well, the basket is just clamped shut now on the Hornets here with 2:45 left.
Well, you got three guys want to go in for the Friars, and they're like, come on, get a dead ball so we can get in the game.
Here's Jabri driving baseline left, spins back out in front of his bench. Barron reverses back out center now for Pierre. 10 to shoot for the Friars on the possession. Pierre drives to the right elbow, goes right to the rim, lays it up and scores.
And Pierre calls up Oswin saying, hey, come on up here because I know if they go on me, I can throw you the alley-oop. They didn't leave the ball.
Substitution dead ball here, so they'll get DeLaurier, Daniels, and Bonk all into the game here with 2:27 left.
DeLaurier hasn't played, but in the second half of one game, he didn't play, and he came in, and he was the difference why the Friars won the game. So he's in there right now. Friars have a lot of guys who've contributed in the first 5 games of the season here, and he's one of them.
Mila and Barron will stay in the game for the Friars. Perkins into the forecourt for Watson up the left sideline, a 30-point Friar lead here. And the ball gets tipped away by Mila. Into the backcourt, out of bounds to the Friar bench. Delaware State will keep it with 21 to shoot. Fernandez is going to come back into the game, replacing Rich Barron. Caleb Surger's in for Delaware State. Perkins brings the ball into the forecourt to our right. Drives around Daniels to the left side. Robinson open outside the foul line. Jumper no good. Rebound Mila. Tipped, saved in the corner by Watson. And the ball is ripped away underneath by Robinson and Daniels. Held ball. Arrow belongs to Delaware State. 2:04 on the clock. The Hornets will keep it.
Once it gets to 30-point lead, you do running time.
Says Joe Hassett.
You know how Little League have a 10-run rule?
Oh, I get it. And
We should
now
do that here.
Stan Waterman's going to clear his bench. He's going to bring in 3 new players that actually Kareem Watson, the twin brother who played a little in the first half of Kasim, will come in. John Clemens, a 6'6 freshman, will come in for the first time. And the inbounds pass here from Ponce James, a freshman guard. And we got a whistle. And what? Foul called on Delaware under the basket for a hold.
Come on, man.
So his foul with the team limit, it will put Alston Andrews at the foul line shooting 2.
Let's see if this.
Andrews has not scored tonight, averaging 3 points and nearly 6 rebounds per game. 4 of 6 on the season from the free throw line.
I can't
For the
believe the
graduate
officials
student.
are over here trying to figure out who committed the foul. And it's 30-point
2:01 to go.
2:01 to
I know.
go. He's looking at the monitor. Come on, man. What's wrong with him? He must not have a game tomorrow night. He's not traveling.
Anyway, it's going to be Andrews at the foul line shooting 2, and the first shot is no good. Delaware State came into the game shooting 70% as a team from the foul line, 40% from the floor. Those numbers are better than that, but they're only 50% for the foul line tonight. And the second one bounces out. Offensive rebound, though, for Surgers underneath. They save it on the offensive glass. Kick the ball back outside for James. 5'11 freshman from Bridgeport, Connecticut. James drives to the left. He finds Clemens on the sideline. He drives, throws it up. Blocked by Delaware. He comes away with the ball, just rips it out of there. Now for Daniels into the forecourt left with it. Comes off his screen, penetrates into the lane, into the right corner. Jumper up, no good. Offensive rebound for Bonk. Back out front now for Mila. 90 seconds left. Mila has it out front. Lobs it over to Daniels. Kicks it to the right sideline for Fernandez. Pulls it out on the perimeter. Comes back to the center for Mila. Mila gets dribble penetration, goes all the way through, kicks it through Daniels for 3. That's off the iron. Bonk with the offensive rebound, pulls it out again. Back for Mila. Mila leads Bonk in the paint. He fakes. He scores on the hook shot.
A little big smile by Bonk. Good pass by Mila, too. He had the 3, but he found Bonk for the shot.
Anton Bonk, his first field goal of the season. Under a minute to go, 78-46. Watson up high for Surgers. Now comes to the right side. Clemens shakes off Fernandez. James goes left side for Kareem Watson. Back out front for James off a screen with 5 to shoot. James jumper up, rattles, and stays. So Ponce James gets his first basket of the ball game. And we got 35 seconds left, 78-48 the score. Here's Mila with it to the right side. 7 seconds difference on the clock, so they're going to run some offense here. Fernandez has it, looks for penetration, finds Mila out front. Mila top of the key. Quick pass left side, Delaware. Fernandez for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Bonk again with the offensive rebound.
How about
Saves
the
it
Bonk?
for Mila.
The Bonk man.
3 offensive rebounds here in the last few seconds.
Big crowd favorite here, the Bonk.
And Mila's just going to pull it out and hold on it and let the clock run out. And the Friars will get a 30-point win over the Delaware State Hornets, 78-48.
The Bonk. Nobody has more fun playing basketball than the Bonk. I mean, his teammates love him. I mean, he's in there in garbage time and having a terrific time, and the whole place is happy for him.
Should be. When you have that kind of unbridled happiness out there on the floor, how can you not be happy for the guy?
Oh, yeah, he's really happy.
Always got a smile on his face. The young man from Vanuatu.
Vanuatu.
All right. You ever going to go there?
I don't even know where it is.
South Pacific.
Great.
Come on now.
Vanuatu.
There you go.
Yeah, we can go down and visit Bonk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably has a guest house for you.
Quite possible. Final score again, 78-48 as the Friars improve to 5-0. It's their first 5-0 start of the season in 3 years. We've got our Santander postgame show coming up next. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
13 points tonight for we thank you for tonight's game. The next matchup here at the Friars back here on Tuesday, December 3rd. It's at 8:30 p.m. tip-off here at the versus BYU. A reminder, it's our tour drive presented by Rooke. Visit Flyers.com for ticket options. Drive home safely. Go Flyers.
Who do you want to give the Audi Warwick of the player of the game?
Bonk.
Bonk?
No.
Well, you could give it to Oswin. He had 13. He was a leading scorer.
Have we given to Corey Floyd yet this year?
I think we've done it once.
Because he's been the most consistent.
Yeah, he has been.
He's the most consistent Friar. And you got Kreese, who he had 12 rebounds. I don't think he played great.
Yeah, Kreese did 9 points and 12 rebounds.
That's pretty good. But, I think Corey probably had the best all-around game. He had 6 rebounds and 12 points and made 2 threes. Oswin was 6 for 6. I don't know. It's tough one to pick tonight.
What do you think, Brett?
I'm going for Bonk.
Yeah, I'm a Bonk guy, man.
Honky bonk man.
All right, fine. Find a Floyd one for. Well, you play whatever beforehand, but save Floyd for the last. Then
I'm gonna make the honky bonk man a thing.
Honky Bonk Man.
Well, they got
Honky bonk.
to 10 turnovers, though. Put these in the refrigerator when you go home, man. It's good cold. Big John.
Out of nowhere leads them to scoring today.
Yeah.
How's the hockey game?
Still 2-1? When was the last time they held somebody under 50? In 2019? Okay. Yeah. Good number right there. First time in 5 years they've held somebody under 50.
Wow.
Just jumped up right for the post game. Yeah.
I think some spots must have just skipped on their end.
Yeah, Oswin Arunse was the beneficiary of some dribble penetration by the Friar guards. And then the defense just slacking off with the big fella. 6 for 6 from the floor. He leads Providence in scoring tonight with 13 points, obviously a career high. And the Friars finished up with a season best 30-point win over Delaware State, 78-48 the final score. John and Joe back here at the AMP for the Santander postgame show. The 48 points the Friar defense allowed is the fewest amount that they've given up. First time they've held an opponent under 50 in a game in 5 years, since December of 2019.
Yeah, I mean, this.
I lied. Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
what happened?
Austin just quickly corrects me now. PC held Brown to 47 last year.
Oh, okay.
So the second time in 5 years.
Well, this Delaware State team, I mean, they're mostly one-on-one players, so you could play them defensively solid. I mean, think about it. They only had 3 assists on 20 made baskets, so there's not a lot of ball movement going out there. So defensively, you can be in all the lanes and be able to help out and just challenge the shots. And Fries did a good job of doing that in this one. And that's why they shut them down on the defensive end. But And the Friars did a good job offensively, and there's 2 good games in a row playing solid offense.
Mhm.
They still have some work to do out there. Obviously, the amount of competition that they've had hasn't been great, but the guys are getting better, and their roles seem to be more defined as the year goes on.
Well, this game in the first half was, back and forth a little bit. The Friars were never really threatened. At halftime, they had a 36-23 lead. And then to start the second half, again, this Delaware State team kind of hung around a little bit. They were actually pulled within 11 in the first 2.5 minutes of the half before the Friars then started to stretch it back out. Their largest lead actually went on a 20-10 run in the opening 9 minutes of the half, and really were never headed away after that. The 30-point margin at the end was their largest of the ball game.
Yeah, I like the way their guards are playing too, John, right now. Jaden Pierre's playing solid, Bensley Joseph and Corey Floyd. Those 3 guys have been very consistent the last couple of ball games. And when your guards are playing well, it helps everybody else on the floor. And coach has to decide, who's going to get the most minutes at the other positions. I think those 3 guys are going to play a lot of minutes when you come to the big games. And after that, you're going to have to find guys who are going to make shots and play some defense. And he'll figure it out. I mean, they're moving the ball very well. I mean, they had 21 assists, John, on 29 made baskets. Joseph had 7 of those assists. So, they're throwing the extra pass. I mean, again, the competition, the defense wasn't the best in this one, but they executed very well, and that's what you like to see.
I think that's the key here. And again, I know there's a sense of frustration amongst a lot of fans because they expect a lot out of this particular team and this particular roster. I understand that because I think the expectation was high for all of us, including this coaching staff. But when you consider, again, that a lot of these guys didn't get a chance to play much together during the preseason before the year started because of injury, and a little bit of illness, and you still don't have your leading scorer, your all Big East performer in Bryce Hopkins out there, who's still, again, taking it day to day, and we're told that he will, enter the lineup when he feels like he is ready to contribute, and Kim English told us before the game he's getting closer every day, so perhaps that can happen next up in another 8 days when they play in the Bahamas, and maybe they'll wait until he comes back home. We don't really know yet. Time is only going to be able to tell that. So what you have to do then is you have to make sure that you have the guys who now are starting to play together. They've got to develop something, and we've seen incremental. It may be small, maybe not a lot to chew off right now, but we've seen improvements over the last 3 games, especially in the offensive end.
Yeah, and when you have Bryce Hopkins back, this will be a totally different looking team. When Kim went to the small lineup the last ball game, when you put Bryce Hopkins in with that small lineup, he can play center, he can play power forward, he's a good rebounder, and he can lead the fast break when he gets the rebound. Now think about him getting the rebound and pushing the ball up the floor like a guard, and the wings running down there who can shoot.
Yeah.
Be a totally different look as the team goes on. And so you have a lot of guys who can make shots, and you'll see different combinations as the year goes on based on who they're playing and what matchups they have. But again, those big 3 I just mentioned right there, and you put Bryce Hopkins into that. Now after that, you're going to find guys who can fit in their roles.
And the defense was at least solid tonight, although I give Delaware State a lot of credit. They hit some open jumpers. They weren't 3-pointers, but they were easy. They were taking the elbow jumpers for the most part, and Kasim Watson was the beneficiary, but the Friar defense did buckle down at the end, held Delaware State to 1 for their last 7, and then for the game, that pushed them to only 38% shooting.
Yeah, you had 2 guys get 28 of their 48 points, and at one point they had all their points in the first half. So you didn't have a lot of weapons for Delaware State, so they were easy to guard. What about those 2 guys and make somebody else shoot the ball? And that's what the Friars did. And that's what you have to recognize out there on the defensive end, who's going to hurt you and who's not. And you try to make the guys who are going to make shots to work harder and put the ball in the hands of people who don't want to shoot the ball, and that's why they only score 48 points.
So the Friars start the season at 5-0, and of course the competition will ramp up considerably next time out. We'll talk more about that coming up in a bit. Our Santander postgame show continues. 78-48, the win over Delaware State in the first ever meeting between these 2 schools on a basketball floor for the Hornets out of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
13-14 left in the third. BC2, BC1.
In the third period. Wow.
First time with over 20 assists for the first time in about a year.
Oh, yeah? Over 20 for the first time? All right. Thank you. Oh, since last November. All right.
21 assists on 29 hoops.
That's pretty solid.
You've been listening to me. I said that already.
What's that?
21 assists on 29 baskets. That's good, man.
Pretty good.
Yep. So, man.
What's up, buddy?
The big man.
Yep, you got it. Thanks, Kev.
You hear us all right, Chris?
You hear
Yeah.
us?
All
Okay,
right.
good.
Yeah, I think I'm cool.
Nice game, buddy. I know you got to be feeling a little bit better about it right now.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Missed a double-double by 1 point. Damn.
Hit I?
Yeah.
How
1
many
point.
rebounds?
11.
11. Damn.
We'll take that, though.
Yeah, I'll take that. Take that.
No, yeah, 12 rebounds.
12 rebounds. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. There it is. I miscounted. You got 12.
Okay.
9 points, 12 boards.
Yeah, that builds confidence going to the Bahamas.
Absolutely. You got to have it.
Yes, sir.
Put at WPRO.
Chris, where did you come? You came from St. Joe's, right? You transferred from St. Joe's?
Yes, sir. St. Joseph's University.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
But that's a pretty good environment if I serve tonight, huh?
What's that score?
Yeah. Marquette's playing Purdue.
Somebody they're gonna turn it. They're gonna
Yeah.
mess the wires up here.
Here we go. Joseph getting the three-point play eventually. 3 of his 11. Friars had 3 in double figures. And Chris DeSandico just missed a double-double with 9 points and a game-high 12 rebounds. And Chris joins us here live on the Santander postgame show here at the Amp. 78-48 the final score. The Friars moved to 5-0 on this season. Solid night, big fella. And I know you got to be feeling a lot better about yourself right now.
Yeah, I do.
So, you know, when you have to work through some of the issues that you've had, what's the thing that you tell yourself the most when things aren't going the way that you don't want them to go?
Well, last year I had the same struggles going to the season as a redshirt freshman.
Right.
And I had a terrible response about everything, like just overthinking. So me coming to a new environment, playing for a new coaching staff that wants me to do well, to be great, I was just not overthinking. Not hearing the noise. Just keep working, just keep listening, and really buy in into what Kim and the coaching staff wanted me to do. So I was just taking game by game, trying to be locked in and just do the right things.
Try not to do too much at once, in other words, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks like your patience has gotten better. I mean, you didn't have a lot of patience when you were out there starting the games. You know, you get the rebound and you throw it, try to get it out on a fast break, and you get a turnover, and then get another turnover. Now you start feeling like, now you start pressing a little bit. But this ball game, you seem like you got in a little bit of a flow there. You'd like to get the ball in the post, and you try to back your guy in. What are you thinking about when you have the ball? Because most times when you play against a guy who likes to put the ball on the floor as a 7-footer, guards are going to come get you. So you have a feel like, do I bounce it 2 times or 1 and then make my move? Or what kind of feel do you think you have when you're getting the ball on the post?
Well, first, compared to the first games, Now I'm just thinking about taking my time.
Mhm.
Like, let the cutters cut, let everybody that's supposed to lift do their job, and then go to work. And then it depends on the defense. If they're collapsing, if they're digging, I can kick it out. If they're really digging before I even go into the paint, I can kick it out like I did to Corey. But just like I just want to go to work. That's really my mindset when I catch the ball.
So when you get offensive rebounds, most big guys that I played with, when they got offensive rebounds, they're never passing anybody. They're going right up and try to get a layup, right? You've got a bunch of offensive rebounds in this one, and you're looking to get a 3-point shot because so often the second shot opportunity from 3 is a guy wide open, and you've done a good job in this ball game. When you got the offensive rebound, you threw it back out. Guys had open looks.
Yeah, that's something that we work on in practice. Just when you get a rebound, if it's not a clean layup, spray out. Everybody space out to the people in line. Make sure we're doing one more, not just a spray out and one shot. I mean, one pass shot, like one more. So me not having patience in the first games, when I just catch the ball inside and just trying to throw it up, I know that now when I catch the rebound, I know everybody is in the paint. So I just gotta look and just be patient and spray out.
Yeah, with all the new guys in, I mean, you're a good rebounder. You get that position, and I like what I see with you. You don't allow yourself to be boxed out. You just keep moving because if you get into a seam, you'll be able to get the rebound. What I like to see more though, the way you guys are, as big as you guys are, and the guards are fast. To fast break a little bit more. So when you get the rebound now, you're probably going to look to pitch it out and let those guys get down the floor. Is that something you guys work on?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we used to during the summer.
Mhm.
But after last game, and really before the game before, it was really like just take your time when you catch the ball, when you catch the rebound.
Mhm.
Look for your point guard and then go. So every time I catch the defensive rebound, I was looking to like make that first pass really
Right.
easy,
And
then
that's when you were getting yourself in
Turn it.
trouble. You were rushing a little bit, so now you're holding it back a little bit, and it's paying off for you.
yes sir. After all them film that I watched, I just learned from it.
What's your best post move? Because it seems like when you get the ball down on the low post, you'll fake one way and then you'll spin back to the inside. Is that you feel like that's your best move?
Yeah, but I feel like in these 5 games, a lot of guys just play me straight up, like trying to cut me off middle. So that drop step was always there. Now I just gotta do a better job of playing low and make sure I wrap around with my leg. But that's really the drop step. I think is one of my go-to moves.
That's a good one.
And the confidence. I mean, I like what I see. The confidence is back, and that's what you got to have. I mean, you're not doubting yourself. It's so tough when you come into a new team and you got all new players, and you haven't even seen this place when it's rocking. Where do you see the Big East games? I mean, this place just the roof plate's blown off. So you got to be patient. But you need confidence to play, and you had the confidence in this one tonight. So great game in this one.
Yes, sir.
Creased. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Good ball
All right.
game.
I
6
appreciate
of your 12 rebounds on the offensive glass tonight.
Finding teammates after you get that
Absolutely.
offensive rebound too.
That's what you do.
Thank you.
Creased DeSandico,
I
the
appreciate it.
7-foot redshirt sophomore, transfer from St. Joe's with 9 points, 12 rebounds to lead the Friars on the backboard. All right, take a quick look at the numbers here. First of all, for Delaware State, as they dropped to 2-3 overall in the season. They have 2 in double figures. They're led by game-high totals from Kasim Watson, the 6'7" transfer from Cal State Bakersfield, had 18 points. 11 of those came in the first half, also had 9 rebounds. They had 1 other double-figure score, 10 from Robert Smith, who transferred from Westchester College, a Division II school, senior from Philadelphia, had 10 points in tonight's game. And then the rest of the scoring was pretty sparse. 1 from near Newton, Alston Andrews scoreless in the game. Their leading scorer, Martez Robinson, one of the preseason candidates for Player of the Year in the MEAC, averaging 20 points and a team best 9 rebounds per game, was held to 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 of 11 shooting.
Yeah, he really struggled out there with the size of the Friars, and the quickness of the Friars really bothered him. He couldn't get anything off.
6 points for Corey Perkins, 2 for Dean Shepard, 2 for Ponce James. As a team, the Hornets shot 20 of 53. That's just 37.7%. Only 1 of 7 from three-point range, 14% for the game. And from the foul line, well, this really hurt him, 7 of 15, 47%. On the rebounding side, Friars dominated on the backboards, 48-24, 2 for 1, including 16 on the offensive glass for the Friars. There were only 8 Delaware State turnovers, however. For Providence, 3 in double figures. As we said, Oswin Erunse led the Friars in scoring with a career-best 13 points and a career-best 6 rebounds tonight. Big O, 6 for 6 from the floor.
Yeah, they were finding him too. And, with that, when they do that pick and roll, they just throw it up at the rim, and he defies gravity. Oswin, he just gets up there. If he's up there, nobody else gets as high as he does, and he's finishing it off.
We are likely to see balanced scoring totals like this when the Friars play well all year because of the depth that they have. Corey Floyd Jr. with 12 points, 6 rebounds in this one, and he had 8 of his 12 in the first half. 11 points for Bensley Joseph with a team best 7 assists in this game in his 25 minutes, and Joseph had 9 of his 11 in the second half.
Yeah, and he came out, in the first half, he's trying to find people, get them involved in the offense. That's what good point guards do. And then when everybody was settled in offensively, he started to look for his shot, and he was knocking them down.
Jaden Pierre with 9 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 7 points for Wesley Cardette. All of them came in the first half. 9 points, of course, and the high 12 rebounds for the Friars. Christ Isandiko in the game. Jabri Abdur-Rahim was 2 of 6 from 3 for his 6 points. Rich Barron had a tray. He was 1 of 4. 6 points for Justin Fernandez, who hit 2 of 5 for his first Friar points of his Providence career. And Anton Bonk had a deuce with 3 offensive rebounds down the stretch that got the crowd on its feet. Right?
Bonk's a fan favorite, too.
29 of 59. The Friars shot tonight 49% from the floor, 11 of 33 from three-point range for 33%. Little better from the foul line tonight, 69%, 9 of 13 from the line. But the rebounds were just overwhelming. Friars turned it over 10 times. You like to keep that number under 10, but you had 21 assists on 29 made baskets, which is astounding.
That's very good. And they all can beat you off the dribble. And when they move the ball and the penetration happens and the help defense comes over, they'll throw the extra pass as well to get a better look, and they were able to knock down shots in this one.
The Friars hold an opponent under 40% shooting from the floor for the 4th time in 5 games, limiting opponents now to right at about 34% from the floor on the season. One of the better numbers in the Big East and in the country, at least the opening couple of weeks of the year.
Yeah, you want to keep that steady for sure. You want to play good defense. They're not going to play that kind of percentage defense against better teams, but they have a good system going here. And, as they always say, defense shows up every night and the offense doesn't. So if you play good defense, solid defense every night, you'll be in ball games.
7,489 inside the amp tonight. See the Friars get a 30-point win at 78-48. Final timeout. Austin Rooke updates us on the scoreboard, and we wrap it up and let you know what's coming next because we're going to bite right into the season coming up in about 8 days. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Who's the kid that's playing at Oklahoma that played here for a little while?
Oh, Goodine. Bryson Goodine.
Yeah, Bryson Goodine.
Yeah, this is like his 19th year.
Yep.
I mean, he was here, it seems like a long time ago.
He was here on the Sweet 16 team.
What's that?
He was on the Sweet 16 team.
Yeah, he was on the team in 22.
Yeah, he had a couple of games he played where he made some shots, but he wasn't a Cooley favorite.
Popped up for 12 points against Northwestern. That
so they were up big, and now it's a 5-point game.
Up 6, up 17, up 5. Yeah.
See, the Celtics always let teams back into the game. Always.
Mm-hmm. So Tatum starts shooting fall-away threes, and
they don't play any defense.
They used to. I mean, they had 4 guys on the all-defensive team. White and Jrue Holiday were first team all defense, and they were in the backcourt.
Yeah.
If they get Porzingis back and he stays healthy, I don't see anybody beating him again. How about Wembanyama, whatever the hell his name is? He took a game off last game for rest. He's 19 years old. load management, they called it. What the heck?
Are
Come
you
on,
taking the scoreboard? Are you taking you queuing me up, or am I just taking this?
What's
Out
that?
of break? Am I taking this out of break?
I'll mention that he's the player of the game, and then I'll toss it to you.
All right. What is it? Just the two finals and then the two other games, I think.
Yeah. You want to bring an update on the PCBC hockey game?
Yeah, I'll do that soon. Where the hell are my Big East notes? One, two. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they will. Corey Floyd, a solid game, 8 first half points, 12 for the game. He gets our Audi Warwick outstanding performance of the game. He's been very solid overall to start the season with his leadership on the floor. That shooting comes around, Joe. I got to say, he could be one to watch in the entire Big East Conference. He was 2 of 4 out there tonight.
Yeah, he's been the most consistent Friar all year. I mean, the Friars have had some up and down spells and some tough spots, but he's been the most consistent guy, and he gives it to you on defense. I think he's the best on-ball defender for the Friars. And, again, like you said, John, if he can make those three-pointers, he becomes a very difficult matchup.
All right, let's toss it over to Austin Rooke for the scoreboard update. What do you got?
4 other games in the Big East tonight, 2 of which have gone final, 2 going on early in the first half. The 2 finals first. UConn 81-46 over East Texas A&M, led in scoring by Solo Ball with 12 points for the Huskies. They had 4 in double figures tonight. Villanova, a trouncing of the Penn Quakers in the Big Five, their first win in their last 6 tries in the Big Five. They come out with a win 93-49. They led by 17 at the break. They closed the first half on a 17-0 run. So that was a 26-26 game. Villanova goes running away, and they pound Penn 93-49. 2 other games in the Big East. About midway through the first half at Wintrust Arena in downtown Chicago. DePaul 12, Eastern Illinois 11, just about under 10 minutes to go in the first half. And that one, and a big one, the game of the night maybe in college basketball, of course, other than PC Delaware State. 12-12, Purdue and Marquette at Fiserv Forum. 6 early points for the Kiwi, Ben Gold for the Golden Eagles.
All right, and Providence College hockey ranked 11th, playing at home at Schneider Arena against 3rd-ranked Boston College tonight. Still 2-1 in the third?
It is 2-1.
All right.
2-1 Friars.
Hope the Friars can hold on there. As far as this one is concerned, 78-48, our final score. Friars over Delaware State. And Joe, now 8 days off before they will play again. So a little bit of a quirky part to the schedule, but they'll take the trip to the Bahamas for a 2nd straight year and play for the first time ever in the Battle for Atlantis, which has become one of the premier MTE multi-team events in the country, along with the Maui and a couple of others. And they start with the Oklahoma Sooners a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, Oklahoma's a pretty good team, too. So the Friars, they've had some easy type games at home here. And when you go on your first road game, it's always a difficult game, and you're going to play a very tough team in Oklahoma in a good tournament. A lot of good teams in that tournament. So having 8 days off is a good way to prepare yourself for a tough game coming up.
Not a Big 12 team anymore, but now an SEC team.
Oh, that's right.
Right? So it doesn't really make any difference. Oklahoma is still going to be Oklahoma. The Friars went to Oklahoma last year to play in what was then the Big East Big 12 shootout, and they got trounced.
Yeah, I know that it was a home game down there. They were Very difficult. They were a good ball club last year, very athletic. You have a kid that was at Providence who's going to be playing for
Bryson Goodine.
Bryson Goodine. Seems like he's been in college for about 30 years now, but he's a guy who can shoot the ball. I think he played at
Fairfield.
Fairfield
Yep.
early on. So, I mean, he's going to be a guy they got to worry about shooting the ball, but it should be an interesting game because the Friars coming off this, I mean, how do you prepare for the Friars if you're scouting them? I mean, they played 100 guys, and you really have to figure out who you're going to try to take away. So it'll be an interesting game, and I know they're excited about it. Play your first road game, but play down there against a good team is going to be difficult.
And it will be an opportunity, though, to continue trying to build a little bit because we've seen incremental improvements over the course of the last 2 or 3 games as the Friars move to 5-0 on the season, and that's really all you can hope for now. You finally got a result tonight I think everybody seems comfortable with.
Yeah, you had 5 games to play at home, and you got a brand new team, and bottom line is you want to win those games and try to get some rhythm going. And John Wooden used to say as a coach, he says, I want my teams to play, and I want the other team to adjust to what I want them to do. And I think that's what Kim English is trying to do in these 5 games, is try to put in a system that he wants his players to play. The other team has to adjust to it. And I think he did a pretty good job of that. The defense is solid, so you have to come out here now and get on the road and try to win a tough game.
So the Friars will play in Nassau, Bahamas at the infamous or famous Battle for Atlantis against the Oklahoma Sooners on November the 27th. Wednesday, November 27th, a week from tomorrow. It'll be a 5 p.m. tip-off. 5 p.m. tip, which means a 4:40 broadcast time right here on News Talk 99.7 and AM 630 WPRO on Thanksgiving Eve. First round of the Battle for Atlantis. Don't forget, the next Kim English radio show is actually going to be in 2 nights. This Thursday, November the 21st. We'll have it at 6 o'clock here on WPRO. And we'll be joined not only by the head coach of the Friars, Kim English, of course, but the NCAA Vice President of Men's Basketball, Dan Gavitt, Kevin McNamara from WPRO, and Friars Wesley Cardette scheduled to join us as well. So that'll be at 6 o'clock on Thursday night, the next Kim English radio show. Our thanks to producer Brett Ferruccio, our engineer Matt Morrell, Austin Rooke with our halftime and postgame, and for my partner Joe Hassett, I'm John Rooke. Again, our final. Friars 78, Delaware State Hornets 48. Providence moves to 5-0 on the season, and it's time to head for the Bahamas. The Oklahoma Sooners await on the 27th of the month. Yep, they're going to step it up in competition, but boy, is it going to be a great opportunity. We'll talk to you then. So long, everybody. Thanks, Brett. Thank you.